Mini can. Did mini can sound different, you think? Do you think people were able to tell that was a mini can by the sound?
I don't know. Crack it again. Crack another one. Whoa.
Oh, welcome to We Need Wrestling. Oh. Have you never had that one before?
No.
Oh, yeah, brutal.
Whoa.
Yeah, buddy.
That fucked me up. That's real sour.
They sure are. I like those.
A ghost sour watermelon warhead? Holy fuck.
I like those. Welcome to We Need Wrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett. I like those because not only does the caffeine keep you awake, the sourness, literally, it's like a smelling salt. That's how fucking sour it is.
Oh my god, I can feel it in my lymph nodes.
Yeah, I like those. Here, try my little guy. Try my little Alani new mini can right there.
Try my little guy.
Cherry slush.
That's good.
Right? Yeah. See? I bought it on just a whim because they were little and they're 100 milligrams
because you're just a little guy?
Of caffeine. Well, I'm just a little guy doing silly little bits, but
you're just a little guy.
I don't especially when we're recording like these, if I take one of those, I'm up till 4 a.m. So I just need my little dose of it here to get me going. But that being said, drinks out of the way. Welcome to We Need Wrestling. How are you, pal?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little...
If we can get this to run for about 15 minutes or so, because I know how much Marcus doesn't like it, no matter what he says.
Oh, Marcus.
On his podcast, him and Tim. Final Wrestling Place. So.
Yeah, Final Wrestling Place.
But you're good?
Yeah, man. I'm fucking really good. How are you, dude?
I'm good, man. Quiet week,
Yeah, I hear you.
Lots of wrestling coming to a head.
I don't mind a quiet week,
though. No, not at all.
What did we do? We saw Alien Romulus.
We did.
That was cool.
It was?
It was good.
Yeah.
Tim saw it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
You liked it? He's not an alien guy, though, right?
He was a little spooked.
Yeah, a little spooked. I get that if you're not used to that kind of thing.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm fucking good, dude.
Sean Bradley, that's all I got to say.
Jesus Christ. Next week starts my vacation, which is nice.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Friday's the start of it. Nice, because we're going to New Japan.
Exactly. So,
that's pretty sick.
And then I'm off for a week and a half.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah. What about you? What's up?
Nothing, man.
What's shaking? What's popping? What's good?
Nothing at all. Just been hanging out.
Yeah, you cooling in the cut or what?
I don't know what that means, but sure.
All right. You standing on business?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess like Zelina Vega on Family Feud.
What?
Zelina Vega, they did a WWE Family Feud, and it was guys versus girls, I think. And Zelina Vega was on the one team, but when they do the up at the podium for the buzzer thing, they had to get her a box to stand on because she's so short. And so she put out a tweet of it of her feet on the box, but she had labeled the box business. She's standing on business.
God, that's a bad joke.
Yeah, well, I like bad jokes.
Nah, you do. You're a big fan of those bad jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I slept in a lot this week.
That's good.
Well, not
a ton, because the G1s are a lot of wrestling has come to a head because the G1's over.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I was up real late on Saturday, and then I just stayed up all night on Sunday.
Maniac. But yeah, the G1 ends, so that's a big deal. So we'll talk about that in the back half of the show.
Yeah.
And then we're prepping for going to New Japan. The pay-per-views this week, so there's some stuff ending, stuff starting.
Lots of crazy shit happening.
People like wrestling again.
It's good.
So wrestling's back, baby.
Did it ever leave?
I don't know. Maybe at some point. 2006 might have left.
No, it's still there.
All right.
It's always been there. You may have left.
That's true. I did leave.
It's the one thing that'll never leave you.
It's true. All right, so we're good. I'm good. You're good.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. I hope that was short enough for you, Marcus.
No, Marcus hates little people, little things. Not
little
people. But
let's start that
small
rumor.
Wrestlers,
that's a clip.
Sorry.
Yeah, little people, like Jonathan Gresham.
Little guy.
Just a silly little guy doing a little octopus bit. That's all. Don't pick on him. He's just a little guy. All right, we got wrestling news. What you want to get into the meat and potatoes here?
Sure, man.
The potatoes and the meat.
The only thing I have
Yes.
is that Alpha of the Wild Samoans did pass away last Friday.
Yeah.
So now Alpha and Sika was only within, a month or two
of
each other.
Yeah, pretty close.
Passed, so WWE did a good video package of them.
Yeah.
They always do good tributes.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, man, that's kind of wild. Both Wild Samoans is within a month or two of each other.
I'm pretty old though, right? 80s?
I believe so, yeah.
So, and I mean, absolute legends. Local to us, Hazleton legends running the school.
Sure.
We're
Dub.
Yeah, a half hour from where Batista trained and all that stuff. That office school was a pretty good place to go to get your foot in. But actual legends. I think underappreciated guys in the long run. I know they're Hall of Fame and everything, but I think people think that they were just a gimmick, and they're definitely more than that.
Yeah, plus being the manager for the head shrinkers,
right? They didn't put the head shrinkers in the hall or anything, right?
No,
they will, man.
I don't know if Quiche might be in by himself.
Quiche probably is. Maybe not though, but it should be.
Head shrinkers in.
I love Samu.
Yeah, dude, Samu's fucking awesome.
Samu should be in the Hall of Fame based for me on that one indie show I saw him in where he subbed in because a couple of his trainees were on the show and somebody no-showed and Samu was like, I'll just wrestle, and he just wrestled shoeless in sweatpants and had one of the best matches I've ever seen live in my entire life. And he just pulled his hair back. He was whatever. Yeah. It was was it PWA or something? It was in wherever the fuck LCC is. What is that? Nanaco. Yeah. At an armory there or whatever. Joe might have been on the call for that too. I don't remember. But I just remember him getting in this ring, just being there yeah, all right, I'll do it, and just outshined everybody. No warm up, wasn't even supposed to wrestle, and just got in that fucking ring and look, and you were like, yeah, this is the reason why this guy was a pro and on the highest level for so long. Just some of the crispiest offense I've ever seen in my life was on this weird local indie show with Samu. The crispest. It's the crispest. That's the guy that's the anti-Santa Claus guy, right?
The anti-Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, rest in peace to Alpha.
Yeah,
a real legend for his in-ring work and the legacy and trainees that he leaves in his wake.
I'm not super I can't name a Wild Samoans match.
No, but they were stalwarts.
I just knew him more as a manager for the Head Shrinkers. Yeah, and then obviously the WXW.
Right. And then obviously their entire family and genetic tree is currently dominating professional wrestling. So
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I saw Rock's post about it. It was very nice.
Oh yeah.
So that's all I have. Do you have any?
No, but I will Google pro wrestling news. Pro wrestling news. Big thing I saw today. I was really excited about Maple Leaf Pro. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
We got some more announcements because Takeshita is going to be on that show.
Man.
Those shows, because it's a double header thing.
Okay.
Makes me nervous that
are they filming it for a TV?
It's going to fight.
It's going
to be on Triller or whatever. So just like any other indie, I guess.
Right, I'm not mad at that.
When I saw Takeshita, I was like, oh man, does that mean AEW is not really interested in him? Because who the fuck knows, man? I don't know what they're doing. Whatever they're doing, it's not good enough. I can tell you that much. But I was like, oh man, I'm really excited for this. And then he announced that Mauro Ranallo was on the call.
Oh boy.
And I was like, I'm good. I don't know that I can do this.
Can't wait for all the hip hop references he tries to squeeze in. And
I still want to watch. I think it'll be cool. There's a lot of talent on that show. I don't know if he can, how long TNA is going to let him use all their talent and all that shit.
So they are letting him use TNA talent?
I mean, Josh Alexander's on the show. Giselle Shaw's on the show.
Well, yeah.
Giselle Shaw's a significant other, but Giselle's been back on TV. Josh is there.
Wow.
So.
That's kind of wild.
I mean, they're able to work any other indies, so why not?
Yeah, that's true. I saw he did that idiot Chris Van Vliet's podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of if someone just wants to give me a transcript, I'll read it. Because I don't want to give that guy a click.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
But I always liked Scott D'Amore, so I'm curious to see what he says. Because, he's the one who got people excited about TNA again. And then,
Yep.
Now they're in bed with WWE.
Yes, WWE.
Joe Hendry's on their television like every fucking week.
Yeah. I saw because he's wrestling Ethan Page at whatever.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Otherwise, it's kind of low. Bobby Lashley said he's going to continue to wrestle. The Dirt Sheets reported that Ricochet got signed today.
AEW.
So who knows if that's true or not.
We'll see.
And Mandy Rose announced her first indie booking. So
Black Label Pro.
Yeah, I guess that the titty site is running dry.
Titty? Oh, Jesus Christ! I was very confused.
I just muted the wrong microphone for that.
What's happening?
So
already?
Nobody's gonna have any idea what you said. They're just gonna hear.
Late.
They're just gonna hear my fucking sneeze.
20 after 9.
That's true. Don't tell anybody that. But yeah, her like OnlyFans knockoff or whatever. She's got to come back to indie wrestling.
It's
a titty site.
Maybe she just loves the biz, brother.
That could be it. She wants to get out there and get in TNA for one last go around with Ash by Elegance.
Well, that would be a hot feud.
It'd be something. It'd be a hot something.
Maybe we should bring Gigi Dolan and her $300 sign to pants.
That's right.
Ugh.
Is Gigi still in NXT? Is that a thing? Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think they use her.
Right. Well, it's funny. She's gonna run out of pants. They hope they better start using her. She's gonna run out of TV worn pants.
TV worn pants.
Aye.
That's a joke for the Discord. The soon to be named network Discord.
That's right. Sign up for Discord for the one show that has a Patreon, and I guess the two shows that have Patreons, and then you can get in the Discord, or you just ask. Break the rules, whatever.
Fuck it.
We're rebels. I'm a rebel Dottie. That's it for news. There's nothing else going on.
Cause,
yeah.
And you're back with a beaver hat and Ben Davis slacks. No.
What's that?
Kid Rock, American Badass.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
No.
Come on.
No.
You said fuck high school, pissed on my diploma. Smell the aroma. All right. So, wrestling, eh? SmackDown.
Yes.
I have two things from SmackDown.
Okay.
I have the number one contender match for the tag team titles.
Okay.
The Street Profits versus DIY.
All right.
I'll tell you what, man, this was really fucking good.
Yeah.
In what seems to be lacking of tag team wrestling everywhere in the world. This was really good, man. It reminded me of like classic NXT.
Okay.
And I need more. I want more tag team wrestling.
You would think that with Hunter in charge, the main roster would reach the quality that his NXT did.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what's happening.
It was just really... Dude, I'll tell you what, Angelo Dawkins...
Yeah.
Everybody says Montez Ford. Angelo Dawkins was so fucking good in this match.
Yeah.
Dude, doing just like 360 stinger splashes. The finish was... I don't know, it might not have been the finish. It was before the finish. Gargano was on the outside on the apron and does a little dive in between the ropes to hit the spear, and Dawkins caught him in midair and did a spinning neck breaker on him. Oh, it was so fucking cool. So yeah, it's gonna be Street Profits.
I don't mean this as a joke, so don't take it this way. Is there a big size difference between these two teams?
Yeah,
to say those Dawkins and
a child were in the ring,
Yeah,
but it was crowd was so into it.
Good.
It was really
awesome.
good, man.
Somebody's got to be giving us tag team wrestling.
Yeah, it's gonna be Street Profits versus Bloodline on SmackDown tomorrow. So
all right, what members of the
Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu? They don't let the infamous Tonga wrestle.
So funny that Jacob Fatu is in a fucking walking boot.
And they'd rather him wrestle.
And they're like, Tongaloa, you sit your ass down. We're going to send the dude whose leg is busted, storyline or not, he's going to do a better job than your tired ass missing a fucking turnbuckle, you clown.
I'm sorry, it's a bit. It has to be
it's
a
not.
bit.
It's not. He sucks that bad.
I need him when he hangs it up to do a shoot interview. I think it's a gotcha guy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. I think the Okada thing was a bit. I think he was trying to make some sort of point, about strikes and whatever in New Japan that fell on its face, and then became a self-fulfilling prophecy, and now he's just garbage. The infamous Tongaloa.
When he goes to do the 619 and just slips halfway through. When he did like the Kamigoye, I think it was on Ibushi. It just looked like fucking dog shit. His debut in WWE when he missed pulling the ref.
Everything he's done in the WWE, he's fucked up in some way.
The low blow on Kevin Owens and punches his own brother in the forehead.
Right. Yes.
Fucking and then they give the guy an eye patch. And he just completely misses the turnbuckle with Cody.
Right. They're like, you're clearly doing such a bang-up job with both eyes. Let's take one of them away and see what happens.
It's a bit.
It's not a bit.
It's a fucking bit.
It's not a bit. If it's a bit, it's by God.
Tonga Loa is the greatest professional wrestler ever.
We use his full name in this house.
It's a fucking bit. Speaking of the bloodline,
yes,
they did a deal where Solo and Tama Tonga came out at the end with the necklace deal, and Roman comes out, and Roman is a fucking god.
Yes.
He's just a god. And he beats the shit out of Tama Tonga, and he beats the shit out of Solo, and he goes to grab that necklace that he wants back so bad. And he goes and he puts it on.
The red one, not the blue one like Jey Uso has.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're really into prop play in WWE lately. Yeah. And then he puts it on, and out of nowhere gets kicked in his fucking face by Jacob Fatu.
And sells it incredibly in the corner.
Dude.
That's my favorite part of it is his sell in the corner.
Well, when Jacob Fatu, when he does the running Umaga ass to the face deal.
Yeah, that's when he sells it.
Yeah, Roman's eyes all bug-eyed.
Hilarious.
Dude.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu is that guy.
Right. Because they're like, he has to be. Because the only other dude that could be fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So they're like, listen, you got a bum leg, whatever it is, we're going to tell everybody you were supposed to get hurt on that spot. Like, that's how we're going to cover that you actually got hurt. We're going to say, yeah, you were supposed to get hurt. And then we're still going to make you wrestle.
Yeah, like, just seeing Roman absolutely, like, dog walk Solo.
Right.
But then Jacob Fatu gets in the ring and just obliterates him. I was like, Solo, move to the side, bud.
He's got
this ain't it.
He's got to look really good while they're in the U.S. It's so people don't forget him because he can't leave the fucking country.
Well, that is true.
Unless Brucey.
Unless they
final wrestling
pull some strings.
Brucey just takes a long walk with the customs agent.
That's true. He's the fucking man, Jacob Fatu. He's so good. He's so good, great. Dude.
Absolutely.
Him Roman is going to be when they finally do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
God damn, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's the thing that's going to stink is because he's technically an underling, right? So, they're going to do him Roman on the way to Roman Solo, and Roman Solo isn't going to be nearly as good.
This is the fucking ticket here.
He should have a really good match with Jacob and then just dog walk Solo.
Like, for real. 5 minutes, just... Fucking little Roman walk and talk shit.
Yep.
Spear, Superman punch, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Give me my necklace, please.
Yes. But not the blue one
not the blue one.
Jimmy or Jey Uso
or not the bracelet that CM Punk wants or doesn't want. I don't fucking know at this point.
Poor Ed. That is really breaking Ed's heart.
Listen, man, as a card-carrying member of the Felicia...
You're the chapter leader of the Soon Network North chapter of the Felicia.
I try, but hey, I don't watch things.
President and Sergeant at Arms.
I don't watch things that are not good.
Right.
And it's not good.
Yeah.
What do you I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. It's not good.
Yeah.
You got to turn him heel.
Yeah.
The whole pandering to the crowd sucks, and it's just not good.
Was it this week that he said he's Taylor Swift for men?
It's Taylor Swift for men.
That's real stupid. What does it even mean?
I don't know.
I
don't know. Like I'm almost 35 years old. I don't fucking know what this is supposed to mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just not good.
Doesn't she have a song about it's me, I'm the problem, it's me? Is that what he means?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's what he means.
That's probably it. Yeah.
He's the problem.
I don't know, man. Phil.
Yeah.
You're breaking my heart. I said there's one thing that if he does, I'm completely out on him.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for it.
All right.
If it happens, I'm out.
Okay.
And when that thing does happen, I will say, I'm out.
Okay, but you're not going to say what it is now because you don't want to manifest it. You don't want it in the ether.
I don't know. I'm not putting it out there.
Right.
I don't want this to happen. I'm not trying to speak it into existence. But if it happens...
Is it him dropping a racial slur on TV?
He's not going to do that. If it happens...
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if he does that, then I'm definitely... That's That should be a fucking fucking given. All
That's
right?
what I was trying to get out of you, but yeah.
No, that's a given.
That's funny.
No, there's one thing.
Okay.
And if it does happen, then I'm completely just like, I'm good.
There you go.
I'm not going to like give you my... I'll give you my CM Punk merchandise. You can have it
thank
all.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can have every piece of that.
Yeah, I could have it all, like Kingdom of Dirt. Yeah.
It's your empire, damn it.
Right.
God damn it.
So anything will start a fire, I guess, if you try hard enough.
It's not true, damn it. I still... Phil, what are you doing, brother? I literally texted Tim and Mark today, and I'm like, he needs to turn heel. I can't have this. Like, this sucks. Like, it's just not good.
Right.
I don't know who, like, it's just not fucking good.
Yeah.
And hey, again, I was very lenient on the SummerSlam match because I was, again, watching with my nephews, super into it.
Right.
Bash of Berlin, I'm going to be watching it with my nephews.
Yep.
They're probably going to be way into him and Drew in a strap match.
They're doing a Yappa Pie strap match?
It should be a Yappa Pie.
Should be.
They're going to be into it, and I'll go, okay, it's going to get skewed, and then I'm going to have to go watch it back by myself and be like, oh, no.
It's be really interesting because, like, that, not that it's exactly the same, but, like, the dog collar match in AEW was real good.
It's fucking amazing.
And so, like, do you still have the magic, Phil? I don't know.
No.
They're similar enough that you'll be like, uh-oh.
Problem is, though, AEW,
that's true.
Bled like a stuck pig. Like,
that's true.
You can't bleed here.
Yeah.
It just, you know?
Right.
I don't know, man.
It's coming back for Netflix. Don't you worry.
It is funny, like, I don't know, just seeing people now.
They're going to cut off somebody's head that first night of Netflix for real. They're just going to murder somebody and be like, we're rated R, baby.
I'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's interesting to me. Never mind. It's interesting to me that, like, everybody keeps talking about this Netflix deal, and, like, even Hunter, like, hints that, like, they'll be cursing and all that. I'm like, you guys aren't going to be that stupid to give up your kid, the base of kid fans, right?
You still got advertisers and sponsors, I'm sure.
Right, because, like, if you go to, like, a PG-13 and you get that harder edge again, some of these parents that are bringing their young kids are going to be like, I can't bring this anymore. Maybe not.
Maybe. I don't know. I think
I don't know that
because right now, like, it ain't broke.
Right. Right. I don't know you run the risk of upping the edginess of it when your audience is so many parents bringing their younger kids.
Yeah, it's not broke right now.
Right. It's not broke.
No need to fix it. Right. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have anything from Raw. It was nothing in ring really blew me away.
I put on Raw for a little. Oh, because I was texting you about it.
Yeah, and I was watching Stardom.
Where, like, Miz, after Bronson Reed killing people for 2 weeks, Miz has a back and forth match with him.
No, that should never happen.
So that was weird. And then McAfee leaving.
Yeah, because college football starts this weekend.
And honestly, I couldn't tell you anything else that happened.
Yeah, I saw some stuff with, like, Randy Orton and Gunther, but again, it's just like kind of nothing exciting. Mm-hmm. Judgment Day, nothing really exciting.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Actually, I was a little shocked when I saw the Judgment Day thing because they did, like, beat up Dom a little bit, and I was like, oh, we're letting them touch already? That seems weird to me. I would have kept them separate for a lot longer.
Yeah, they've been beating each other up.
But whatever. It's good. It's not bad at all.
No.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Like the match of the pay-per-view, Damien and Rhea against Dom and Liv, like, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, for sure.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
AEW.
AEW.
I only have two things to mention from Rampage.
All right, hold on. Oh, we have an indie show to talk about too. We'll get to that later.
Oh, let's talk about it right now.
Let's talk about it right now. Let's rewind that. Pretend we didn't say the letters AEW, because we're going to talk about.
There you go. There's a human rewind.
Thank you. We're going to talk about the only VCW to make money.
That's true.
VCW Liberty Lottery 2024.
Virginia Championship Wrestling.
On YouTube.
This was put up a couple days ago. This was from about a month ago.
Just about. I believe. But it's up on the YouTubes.
Yes.
For you to watch. This is The Reason with the director.
Yes.
Versus the Pig Red Machine, Pig Daddy Cool, Razorback Ramon himself, the Boar.
You're damn right.
And dare I say, and I know you'll agree with me, the most over man.
Dude.
Maybe in all of independent wrestling right
It
now.
is insane how over Boar is with this crowd.
Search them on YouTube, look up VCW, go watch. There's other matches, or Paul in a match after this, all that kind of stuff. Matches are breaking down individually. They draw a good crowd down there.
Oh, dude. That's one of the first things I noticed was number one, the house.
Yep.
And
most important.
Yeah, number two, the pop that Mr. Boar gets. Brother is over.
Yes, absolutely. Just most of that crowd doing the taunt, saying Boar, just ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
And I will say this is a Granby street fight. And the reason, and that's his name, the reason, not in street fight gear. I don't know what the fuck his problem is.
Should be in street fight gear, brother.
The Boar is. Boar knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Boar's wearing the proper gear. He knows how to dress for some of these things. And the reason doesn't. And that's
a little upset Boar didn't bust out the Daisy Dukes, though.
Yeah, well, you know, you gotta
show off them ham hocks.
Listen, you save that for the big events.
All right, okay.
You know
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at them ham hocks. You know, you don't want to be giving that away for relatively free.
I understand.
That goes behind a paywall.
Yeah, but you know what? You can hike them up a little bit, slap a little physique enhancer on you.
You could.
You know, that's all.
That's true. Let's take a look at them cakes, is what you're trying to say.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
Yeah. So this match is a ton of fun.
Yeah, man.
Street fight all over the place. The most ref bumps I've ever seen in a match, I think.
You got dirty referees.
Right. Dirty refs original ref gets bumped, and a bunch of dirty refs get bumped.
You know, Boar starts the match off doing the old little homage to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He hits that Thez press with the punches, gets up, hit the ropes, hits the fucking elbow. Oh, man. I was smiling ear to ear when I saw it.
Yeah.
Made me so happy.
Yeah, and so we get the ref comes out after the bump, who's been paid off by this director character, and he gets killed by the Boar.
Yep.
Boar spent most of this match fighting referees, honestly.
He's fighting everybody.
Just bumping referees all over the place.
4-on-1 at one point.
And then the craziest, I think, shock in this entire match
5-on-1, yeah, because I just remembered.
That the director goes running, Boar goes after him, gets to the stage, and he's attacked from behind by the dastardly Brooklyn Brawler.
The fucking Brooklyn Brawler.
The director apparently has connections.
He hit the Boar in the head with a stop sign.
He did, and then walked away.
Yeah.
That was all he was paid to do.
His shirt said straight out of Brooklyn.
Yes.
And his pants were hiked up real high.
Well, he's an old man.
He's a brother.
Yeah.
You know, Boar eventually gets the comeback.
Right. We get a standing 10 with a new ref. Boar's up at 9. Ref drops the elbow on the Boar. Another crooked referee.
Bullshit.
I don't know what VCW is doing down there, but there's no order.
They need a director of fun down there,
they
maybe?
need an authority figure, yeah.
I know a director of fun.
I know a former director of fun.
Maybe open for the JOB.
Maybe. And then there's a cattle prod that the Boar ducks because he's alert and aware.
Yeah.
Boar does win with a chokeslam onto the chairs after the original referee wakes back up.
That's right.
That dude took a fucking nap.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Was sleeping.
Not in a rush to get back into this match.
No.
But
took a sweet ass time.
He sure did. But
Boar rules.
A lot of fun, but super over.
Yeah.
Way
over.
Crazy over for the Boar.
Yeah.
So good for him. Again, look up VCW on the YouTube's Virginia Championship Wrestling. Subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that bell.
Comment about how awesome the Boar is.
Right. And then send your money to buy merch.
Yeah,
to the Boar. To the Boar.
Buy all the Boar's
buy
merch.
Buy Boar merch.
There we go. So, speaking of somebody close to the Boar, we watched Rampage.
Yes.
And the first match was the conglomeration against the Outrunners and the Butch.
Yes.
Accompanied to the ring by Erica Lee.
Making her AEW proper debut.
Absolutely. Love seeing the big honk on television.
Big gal all day.
We love Erica Lee.
Yes.
We love the Boar.
Yep.
Two absolutely fantastic people.
Absolutely.
And, top-notch A+ people.
Yes.
So,
and
very happy to see both of them really get some shot.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
During this match, we learn on commentary from Cool Kyle that OC is the brains of the conglomeration. Briscoe is the brawn.
Ishii's the hot one.
Ishii's the hot one. Kyle's the wild card.
I love Kyle.
It's hilarious. And then online we did learn that Willow is the one who drives the van.
Yes. And because there were Simpsons references.
Yes.
Because the one, I forget who you mentioned, goes, he'll turn around and go right back to Winnipeg. And that is me and Joe Mercy's favorite Simpsons clip of all time. One more slap, I'm turning this car around. That's it. Back to Winnipeg.
There you go.
I don't know why it's like the dumbest fucking line. And me and Joe, we die every time we see it. Oh my god. Conglomeration wins.
Yeah,
ton of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what it needed to be. Outrunners have their shit together.
Yeah.
If any of the Outrunners are listening to this, and anybody can get anything to the Outrunners, I need them to do the the geographic location, I think, changes depending on where you are, but I've heard it as I believe the Tennessee water pump and the Alabama water pump.
Yep.
But I want them to do that in the match. I think that needs to happen. What a great spot 100%. That would be for them. Really, really funny.
How about I think it was at the Collision the following night. They were selling their shirt at the merch stand.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good. They're an overact.
It's cool as shit, man.
Yeah, it's good for them.
And then...
I'm surprised they're selling a shirt at the fucking merch stand.
That's true.
Yeah.
Conglomeration...
So if somebody gets in there, tell you what, they get in there and change things around. I'll tell you that much.
If the rumor's true, make it fucking happen. Conglomeration wins.
Yes,
because,
of course.
Right. Nyla Rose makes her entrance.
Before the Outrunners leave.
Yeah, and Erica Lee's standing in the ring looking confused. And, we have Nyla Rose versus Erica Lee.
Because commentary says that this was scheduled for tonight, but not supposed to be right now. But Nyla picked her spot.
Yeah, Nyla wins.
Yeah.
It
was a funny squish.
The old squizosh.
Right.
Brother. But hey, again, very happy to see Erica on television.
Yes.
Erica fucking rules. Mm-hmm. And I hope that they could actually, find a spot and something to do with her.
I mean, I don't see why not. I think the division can use more challengers. Obviously, there is, kind of, sort of a, trial period where you're just going to get squashed a whole bunch. And Erica is, taller than most of their other wrestlers.
You know what, though? So is Queen Aminata.
Yeah, Aminata is, too. That's true.
And that's what remember they gave her? That trial run?
Right.
She got signed.
Yeah, so I get Erica in there against somebody that's willing to give and take a little bit.
There's a key.
And then, because that's Aminata, she had that match with Rosa, and they were holy shit, Yeah. So, and then Rosa's her trainer or whatever, but get Erica in there with somebody that wants to play ball a little bit, let Erica lay her shit in.
Yeah.
And then I think you'll see you have another talent there that can get over and be used.
I agree. I don't have anything else for Rampage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Tony Storm. I have this because this is where they announced Tony versus Saraya for the title in Cardiff, which is wildly unnecessary, and maybe we'll talk about that in a bit. But Tony calls herself the slut you can't rebut, and the tramp that is still the champ,
and also the whore you can't ignore.
The whore you can't ignore. So that's amazing.
And then she'd say Saraya has shitty titties.
She very well might have.
Yep.
That might be the only lie she told. She's shitty.
Yeah.
Because did you see obviously you saw the fucking...
Of course.
And listen, the people in Cardiff with the trans flags, that's fan-fucking-tastic. Keep that up.
Yeah.
Especially because you're driving Ronnie Radke up a fucking tree.
Yep.
And that dude fucking sucks real hard.
Yes, he does.
So, and then you're keeping Ed on Twitter that much longer, so...
I'm so happy Ed's on Twitter still. Too. It makes me real happy.
Absolutely.
He's not going to stand for this stinking bull crap, all right?
That's right. What else do we get?
I have nothing else from Rampage.
Well, so we get Scorpio. They're trying to do some more private party again, kind of, sort of.
Oh God.
I just feel to bookmark that in case that ever becomes anything with Scorpio Sky. So they make them a trios, I guess. And then the main event is Top Flight versus MXM. And I just want to talk about this. Because I like MXM. I think their act is good.
They're fun.
I think they have a good look. They're decent enough in the ring. They're fun. But Top Flight are dressed like airline pilots. They're they're
flying for Delta.
Yeah, like corporate airline captains.
That ain't it, dog.
It's endlessly fucking silly.
That's not it.
And I have to mention that here because next week we'll talk about it again. But endlessly silly fucking look.
That's just not
with
it.
The little short ties and the white button up and the blue pants.
Yeah.
They're not. Nobody's threatened by an airline pilot.
No.
Unless he's doing a shitty job. And I understand. Oh, top flight, like a plane, they can fly. Yeah, that's a lot different than being commercial airline pilots. Very endlessly silly.
Not it.
Should never have gotten past like the rough sketch phase of ideas, but they did.
They sure did.
And it came on TV for a little bit.
Not for me, pal.
Endlessly silly. But that's it for Rampage. Not a bad Rampage comparatively to other Rampages, but not a great one.
Nope.
Nonetheless.
Collision.
Yes.
First thing I have is about Stokely Hathaway, so if you have anything before that, you can talk about it.
When the hell did that happen? Wow, that is, that's like far down in there, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, let me scan my notes really quick. Nope. Oh, well, we get Dustin and Sammy winning the tag titles.
The ROH tag titles.
The ROH tag titles off of Undisputed Kingdom. And I don't know if this means they are going to use Undisputed Kingdom somewhere else and don't want these titles on them, or if they're not going to use Undisputed Kingdom anywhere else and they want these tag titles off of them. Very weird.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm not upset that Dustin has titles, makes him double champ in Ring of Honor. This is like the 19th Sammy rehab project. But the match wasn't bad. I like Dustin. You get a good match out of these guys. It's just fucking weird. Then Chris Jericho calls himself a modern day Stu Hart.
Fuck.
I think he'd be lucky if he was the modern day Smith Hart.
Bruce. What about Bruce?
I liked Hologram and Helico.
Yeah.
We got to see Helico do his stuff. And
right.
It's funny to see when Helico does his stuff. People online are like, wait, Helico's good? And I'm like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, when they let him wrestle like he normally does.
Yeah. So that was fun. Hologram, they're still trying. He's still it's worked. He's super fucking over. I think this match actually happened because people were like, why isn't Hologram on Collision this week? And Tony announced this one last minute and was like, here he is.
Well, it'll be interesting moving forward now because we're out of Texas.
Yeah, we are.
Residency for Collision.
Sure are.
See what happens.
And then we get a Jungle Jack squash, but he spray paints the dude's face to look like Darby, and then puts him in a body bag.
Sure.
And then debuts his version of the TNT belt, which I thought was stupid until I saw him forge it, and I was like, all right, at least there's like a reason for it, I guess.
I still thought it was stupid.
I don't like everybody getting their own belt. I want your belt to be branded in a way, unless you're a giant super duper megastar. And even then, like, I think the spinner belt is a really stupid thing, and that they kept that around for as long as they did.
Yep.
But like everybody in AEW gets a belt, and it's like they don't sell them. They're just like weird vanity belts for everybody. I would rather your belt look cool and stay branded the way it's supposed to stay branded. But I do like I watch like forging TV shows and stuff. I like that stuff. So I was like, oh well, at least there's like at least this is like the first time they're ever like, well, here's why it's different, as opposed to just, hey, he just wanted a different fucking belt, whatever. MJF wanted Burberry on his belt, or the Lakers colors or whatever. So I at least I was at least fine with that. And then Stoke and Stat promo this is where we're caught up to you.
Stokely's the real Stone Pitbull. That was the funniest fucking shit.
Amazing. He's nervous.
Oh, I love Stoke so much.
And then the winner of the tag at Wembley picks the stipulation for Willow versus Stat at All Out, which should be the end of the feud.
Yeah.
Should be the end of everything, which means it's got to be a tag match. It's got to be a cage match.
It needs to be the end.
Yes, it needs to be the end. It's got to be a cage match because that's how you blow out blood feuds.
With Stokely in a shark cage above the ring.
Perfect.
That's the way it should go.
As long as we got to check his references and make sure he's not friends with RoboCop first.
Well, that is true. I did have the next thing as the Eddie Kingston check-in.
That is the next thing, yes. From his couch.
Yeah, his beard's looking real full.
It looks great.
I love Eddie. Man, I was so happy to see him.
You got to shave if you're out.
Yeah,
why
just
not?
do whatever you want.
Right.
I love him just saying, like, Danielson,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Right, where's the fire?
Yeah.
This isn't the Danielson I wrestle. What's going
so
on?
Good. And he said, if you're this way going into Wembley, you're going to lose.
Right.
Why even go?
Why even go?
Oh, man.
And he listened, so.
God damn, I love Eddie Kingston so much, and I miss him so much.
Yeah.
Do you have the Mariah May squash? Into Tony Storm presents My Final Gift. I love Tony Storm so much.
Do you know the Pagliacci joke where he's like, the clown Pagliacci's in town, go see it. I am Pagliacci. So that was funny that she kind of did that bit, kind of. But the strongest chin, the toughest tits, and the stiffest shoe. I'm always sort of amazed they let her say the things they let her say on television.
Fuck it, it's cable.
Right, exactly. It works. She's great.
She's the best.
I like this a lot. I'm still like, everything is out of order for this.
Yeah, it really is.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Final Wrestling Place was sort of like, this was weird. I honestly do. I think they cooled this program off a little bit.
I do too.
I think when the bell rings, it'll
she
be
was off
right
TV
back
for
on.
2 weeks.
Yeah, like if that. I wouldn't have brought her back until this show with this video. I would have done everything else. I would have had Mariah May showcase matches.
You're right. They should just show this video.
Right.
Yeah.
You have Mariah May showcase matches. You do the one where like her music hits and Mariah fakes everybody out. And then this collision is the first time we see Tony again with this video.
And you get like the will she, won't she show up at Wembley,
Right.
Mariah just keeps taunting her to come out. And then
Dynamite, you have them lay hands for the first time since she's been put out leading into Wembley.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it that way. And I think it cool. I think it suffered a little. I think they had the hottest ending, one of the hottest programs going into Wembley 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago. And they sadly did not keep it alive.
When we saw Doug on Friday, he mentioned it to me. He goes, that ending with Mariah May and Tony Storm was fucking awesome.
It's great.
And it just kind of cooled off.
Cooled off a little bit.
Booked it the wrong way, but I don't book the shows.
I think it still got a little bit of heat. When the bell rings, I think they're going to pull it off and be really good. I just think that if you stayed even a fraction of how hot that ending was, this is the biggest match on that fucking show.
Yeah.
And instead, it's just another match on the show.
I agree. All right. FTR acclaimed.
This match is very good.
So, yeah, it goes to a draw. FTR, to me, is, clearly the best tag team in AEW.
Yeah.
And it's not close.
Yes.
I think Anthony Bowens is great.
Yeah.
I think Max Caster's a step behind.
He's showing his ass.
From Bowens.
Absolutely.
I thought the crowd was real hot during it, but the draw ending was so underwhelming.
Right. So this match very obviously was leading to the three-way.
Yeah.
And while this match is really good, it's relatively emotionless for me. I don't have any sort of emotional pull to this match. I'm glad it was really good. We kind of always know it is. FTR manages to do that, get the best out of people, and always look really good.
Yep.
And Acclaimed aren't bad by any way.
No.
They're just a stale act a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it edgier. Caster doesn't know how to do that. He just ends up sounding like an asshole. So I'm like, all right, this is really good, but I don't care.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen this? This tag team thing is cooled off like hell.
Yeah.
Is hell cool? I don't know. But I know it's for children, but I don't know if it's cool or not. But yeah, I really like this match, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no emotional draw.
That's
to this
how
thing.
I felt.
And then it goes to a draw, and I'm like, all right, I know what you're doing. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, so it's going to be a triple threat at Wembley
Yes.
for the tag titles.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Is there a stip on that for Wembley? No, right?
Just let FTR win.
Who do they put it on? FTR, right?
I think the Bucks keep them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would put it on FTR.
Yeah.
But I think the Bucks retain.
If the Bucks keep them, the only way I think that works going forward
is if you secretly sign the Motor City Machine
Guns.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that you said you had the conversation with the Machine Guns and they were like, listen, because why hasn't WWE said anything about the Machine Guns if they're signed? Because knowing that that AEW was going for them too, they love to rub that shit in, right? So because look what they did with fucking Stephanie Verker and have not used her since.
No, now they're saying, oh, we're clearing up visa issues.
Yeah, sure you are. It's fine. AEW didn't have visa issues when she was working for them anyway.
Well, if she's establishing residency.
Yeah, I guess so.
Different.
But like, I don't know. I don't see WWE not mentioning that they signed the Motor City Machine Guns, knowing that AEW wanted them so bad.
Yeah.
But it would be smart to get the Motor City Machine Guns to make everyone believe they signed WWE, so that they can show up on AEW and be an actual surprise. So if the Bucks retain and the Motor City Machine Guns come out, then this is incredible and I'm super fucking happy. If the Bucks retain and nothing happens, this tag division is dead in the fucking... deader than it was before.
It's deader than dead.
Deader than dead. So
I know a lot of people are speculating like they think Machine Guns are going to show up on the first NXT on the CW.
Okay.
Because they're making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Because the first one's at Chicago at the Allstate Arena.
Mm-hmm.
The second one's in St. Louis. So they're trying to make the TVs a little bit bigger.
Yeah. If one of them was in Detroit, I'd say absolutely.
Well, that would make the most sense, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, they're just going to have Julia show up on the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
Murder everyone. More on that later.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of reaction Julia gets in NXT.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that she's known as internationally as they think she is.
She should be. She's got a big following.
But, right, amongst smarts like us.
But now they've given WWE fans time to look her up.
I hope so. I hope they did.
They've showed her on TV. What was it, Mania?
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was that NXT that weekend.
Oh, right, yeah.
They showed her on TV.
Yeah, so I hope so.
Who knows? Yeah. We'll see how that goes. It's just going to be sad.
Yep.
Dynamite. Sasha and Britt Baker.
Contract signing.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Blah, 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 blah.
I agree.
The crossbody on the office chair was a really funny idea that didn't work because it's an office chair, so she just like got her. Whatever. I don't know where I want this to go or if I care where it goes.
Sasha needs to win.
I don't see them taking the belt off of Sasha. But I mean, again, this is your WrestleMania. So like, if you're gonna do some things, like if Hayter has the ability to come back,
God please,
Hayter's got to come back during this match.
Or Hayter needs to come back when Saraya comes out and demands her Wembley moment. And then Hayter comes out and just murders her. God, Jamie Hayter, please come back.
Right?
Hayter Hive is buzzing.
We're buzzing.
We need the Queen Bee back.
I'll be on my feet if she shows up on either spot on this fucking show.
Oh my God.
But her coming back in Britt Mercedes works, cost Britt the match. That way they can feud without having to eat the title, and then somebody else can step up. My guess would be Toni Storm. Tony loses the belt to Mariah, moves on to Mercedes.
But do you think that's Tony taking a back step?
So it is technically a titular backstep, if you will, because the women's title is more than the TBS title, but there's a little more prestige on the TBS title with Mercedes having it.
Okay.
And I think AEW after this will be like, we got to get somebody in that ring that makes Mercedes look real good so that we feel better about all this. Not that she looks terrible.
Yeah.
And she did say in this promo that she's going to choke Britt Baker out and make her tap. And I'm like, thank God, don't use that dumb fucking finish. But just use the bank statement and come up with a new name.
Britt ain't going to be able to take that finish either.
No.
Like one person ever did. I think it was Kairi Sane.
Yeah, Kairi's the only one.
That was the only one who ever took it well.
But I think Tony... It would be a bit of a backstep because of the way the titles are supposedly aligned, but Mercedes needs a dance partner, and I don't know that there's a ton of people left that can help elevate Mercedes while not taking a fucking bath from how not great she's been.
Yeah, that's true. Jericho and Tom Billington.
Yeah, like what gives you the right to be the Dynamite Kid other than being related to him? And I'm like, yeah, that's how wrestling works. That's how it always worked.
That's what it is.
You're handed like Rey Mysterio Sr.'s Rey Mysterio Jr.'s uncle, and you're just like, yeah, you can. Here you go, kid. Yeah,
apparently, Billington is signed.
Okay,
which hey, good for him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Like he wrestles good.
He's fine.
He brings the intensity.
Right.
He's just not Dynamite Kid. I don't know. Like Let him. I don't know. Is there a tiger mask he can wrestle?
Yeah, Jericho thinks he is.
Jericho definitely thinks he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I could be Tiger Mask.
You're not even.
If Jericho starts wrestling as Tiger Mask,
you're not even Super Tiger. Like you're not like. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, what if he starts wrestling as Tiger Mask?
Like, remember when Satoshi Sayama came back and like shoot fighting as like as like a different Tiger Mask because Tiger Mask had already moved on.
Yeah, how'd that
Jericho's
go?
not even that good.
I want Jericho to wrestle as Tiger Mask.
Yeah.
The Tiger Mask they have now needs to move on.
I agree. I don't know.
Why not hand it down to that youngster, Chris Jericho?
Right, exactly. The long-standing tradition of handing Tiger Mask down to the next generational talent. You go, Satoru Sayama, the originator, that gets handed to Misawa, which gets handed to Kanemaru, right? He has it for a bit. I think he was Kanemaru 3.
I don't know. I'm not up on my
somebody
Tiger Mask
who, yeah,
lineage.
I think so, right? And then Jericho, it all makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's so perfect.
Right? Yoshinobu Kanemaru, was he? No.
No.
Who was Tiger Mask 3? Kanemoto. It's kind of I'm messing up my.
Was it Koji Kanemoto?
I'm messing up my Kane Japanese names.
It's all right. Yeah, because now it is Yoshihiro Yamazaki.
Yeah,
who is 50. He's gonna be 54.
Looks every day of it, brother.
You don't need
so who was 3? Do you have it in there?
He's been Tiger Mask since '95.
Yeah, dude. He's like Tiger Mask in like Michinoku Pro and stuff.
3. So Tiger Mask 3. I'm sorry. Who was it? The history. Don't care. We know Sayama. Koji Kanemoto. Yeah, he was the 3rd Tiger Mask.
I did Kanemoto, Kanemura. My mistake there. It's Kanemoto. Yeah.
Because he lost it in a Mask vs. Mask match against Liger in January '94.
There you go.
And then Yamazaki's had it since '95.
Yeah, I've said for a while. We've said on the show before. We need a new Tiger Mask.
Next year he's going to be Tiger Mask for 30 years.
Right. I think that.
What are we doing?
That's what more than half of Tiger Mask's existence.
My God!
I understand the appeal to be a masked wrestler in Japan right now maybe isn't so strong because you want to have your name out there and everything. But if you can find a generational, like super talented Tiger Mask style wrestler junior in New Japan, I think that's the key to revitalizing that division.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are like, I don't want to be under a mask. I want to be me.
So they had Tiger Mask 5, which just fought MMA.
Yeah, right.
Ikahishi Minowa.
Yeah, well, and there's Tiger Mask
Tiger Mask W, which was after the anime, which was Ibushi.
Different promotion, yeah.
And then Shinsetsu Tiger Mask, which is Masakatsu Funaki.
Right. And then Black Tigers, Ishii's been a Black Tiger.
Yeah.
Silver King.
Eddie Guerrero.
They, Rollerball Rocco being the first one.
Yeah.
And then they did try and make Ricky Reyes. But that didn't last more than a fucking hot second. But
God damn, I love Japan. All right.
Yeah,
so,
but where were we? Jericho versus Tom Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares, honestly, but whatever.
Mariah.
Hook comes out after gets the shit kicked out of him because he can only see out of one eye.
Because Big Bill rocks.
Dude, I'm like, this. Oh, this wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah. Wink, wink. I'm going to heap a lot of praise on Big Bill next episode.
Tony Storm versus Saraya. Which I have written down Mariah May versus Saraya.
Tony Storm worked so hard to try and step-by-step walk Saraya through a match here.
Well, and it's funny, I see people shitting all over the World of Sports
style, yeah.
And then people went, oh, well, here's Becky Lynch doing it.
Right.
And like, oh, well, who did it better? And I don't know, man. Like, it's World of Sport, dude. It's a fucking British thing.
But I saw that clip
they're
too.
in Wales. It's for them.
Becky... I don't know. I think it was Becky and Bayley on hers.
Yeah.
There's a little bit different. Yeah. Like World of Sport is interesting. It's not my style.
Never's been my style either.
I remember being at Chikara watching Johnny Saint versus Johnny Kidd and loving it.
Yeah.
But it's not my style. But it is seemingly really dependent on cooperation from your opponent and working together to make it look really nice and smooth. And Saraya was completely fucking lost, which is hilarious because she should know this shit.
She should get lost.
But like the problem of like who did this better is that Saraya did not know what the fuck she was doing. No. And Tony tried so hard to hold her hand. I hope she doesn't do. If she does anything on Wembley, she comes out to the ring.
I guess it's
I want my match, and then Hayter comes out and fucking kills her.
Damn, it'd be so
Saraya stakes out loud.
Yeah, and they're saying Saraya's contract is almost up.
Good. Do not resign.
Let it go.
Do not resign.
Because she's not going to go back to WWE. They won't resign her. No,
they'll never. The WWE won't medically
let her
clear
go to TNA.
Right. TNA is the perfect place for her. Let her go on tour with her shitty boyfriend.
Yeah, there you go. Tis and is, eh?
You know, they can do the Rob Zombie thing. You can build her a podium. She could dance on stage the whole time.
There you go. Will Ospreay comes out.
Yes.
What a giant ovation for him.
Yeah, huge.
Before he even talks, MJF comes out in his like American flag suit, which was objectively funny.
Right.
Ospreay during this back and forth promo battle, which went a long time.
It did.
It was
cut because this wasn't live.
No,
so
I thought he knocked this out of the park.
He was great. Yeah. He helped Max a ton.
Yeah. I thought MJF was good.
This is some of the best that Max has done.
He's very good in
a
this.
while, if not ever, in AEW.
Getting the personal line of like with your wife and the kid that's not hers.
So that's
I
was explaining everything to Michelle because she came out to sit with me when Dragon later the part of Dragon. And she was like, "What is that?" So I explained everything, and I said that like Max, I said like Ospreay has this wife and she has a kid and he's on the spectrum, and Ospreay's like, why do you want to stay in the UK and all this? And I was like, and Max came out and he's like, "Oh, I got to your kid's not your kid," and then he's like, "Oh, I got to meet your wife backstage, and from the feeling I got, maybe her next kid won't be your kid either." And Michelle was like, "Whoa,
that's
a big fucking line."
Yeah, and I forgot who was in the Discord. It might have been Mike. Was like, "That's what you want. Like, if you're gonna be a heel, if you're gonna be that way with Max,
right?
Do that stuff so people legit don't like you."
My favorite part is when he breaks and says, "You loved me, or they loved me before you got here."
Yep.
So, and then like he quick looked around and then switched because they're like, "Oh yeah."
And Ospreay started smiling.
Right.
And even commentary says, because I think Max just slipped a little bit.
They did that really well because Max as the dickhead who's jealous works.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't believe him as a tough guy. I don't even necessarily believe him as a mean guy.
Yeah.
But I believe him as a jealous guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so if that jealousy creeps through every now and then, and that's why he's being a fucking cock, it's like, then this is going to click. Because this is good.
Yeah.
I like a lot of this. I like that.
And it makes sense for the character. You know, when you take out Daniel Garcia, you remember him choking him bloody, yelling, "This is your guy." Right. Yep.
But
and now saying that about Ospreay, they loved me before you showed up.
You should do what Christian does with his opponent's dads. You should do that with Max, but instead of "I'll be your dad," Max is like, "I'm going to fuck your wife."
Yeah. Fuck your wife. Long dick style.
And then Ospreay says to Tony Schiavone, "Tony, you got your headset on? How much is this fine?"
Yeah.
He says it in pounds sterling.
Sure he does.
Ospreay says, $100,000 worth it.
Yeah, it was awesome. He just beats the shit out of Max.
Fantastic.
Big pull apart really brawl.
Yeah.
Max gets the upper hand with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, slugs Ospreay. Ospreay bleeds.
Yep.
Definitely built the hype for this match for Sunday.
Has anybody not bled from the Diamond Ring? This is pretty consistent, right?
Fletcher bled from it. Now Ospreay bleeds from it.
You got to do that.
That's your gimmick. You got to bleed if you get hit with it.
And you just said it. Yeah, I was cool on this match. This going in, I'm like, it's gonna be good. I've never not thought this in ring wasn't gonna be great, honestly.
Of course.
But emotionally and sort of like, my heart into wrestling, do I care? I didn't. This made me care. Yep. They did more work and it's the go home. So this is when they should be doing it. I wish they did it the whole time and this was just the capper. But this did more work than they've done in the past month for this fucking match. Because I don't think anybody was like, it's going to stink in the ring. No, it's going to be good in the ring.
Everybody knows the in-ring is going to be great. This really caught you, though.
I don't want it to go an hour.
No, I don't think it will.
I think, motivated Ospreay is going to get it done a little quicker. For reasons we'll talk about in a bit, too. Mm-hmm. But this was, all right, I'm ready. Let's fucking go. This is the best talk from Ospreay. And Max was really good in response to this, so now I'm in.
Ospreay was so fired up.
Ospreay was very good.
Man, when he's fired up in his promos, He's just, I don't know, he's just a level above.
The other thing that I loved in this promo is that when he said, I wish I could do an Osprey. I can't do the impression. But when he was like...
a British accent?
I can't.
Try it.
No. But when he was like...
broth!
Yeah, he was like, I didn't even work here last year, and your boss called me and said, come be on the show because he knew the main... his world champion couldn't carry the main event.
Deliver, yeah.
And I was like... Oh boy.
Yep.
Because that's not true, but it's true enough.
Yeah.
To cut.
Well, and even when he says, he goes, we were all in on the joke last year, but the joke ran a little long.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
What a good line.
And when Max is like, oh, you don't love me? You did. All I need to do to get you to love me was this. And he does the kangaroo thing and everybody boos him.
Yep.
Yeah. This crowd.
A+.
A+ Cardiff.
Yeah. All right.
Where we at? Hanger.
Yeah, backstage, Hangman announces that he's in a gauntlet match.
Mm-hmm. But he's kicked out of the building for an altercation that we don't know about.
Because he's a fucking lunatic. Yeah. And I love that he's
just
this
beat
character.
somebody random.
Yeah, because then Evil Uno in his 99 Mankind cosplay gimmick that he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Comes walking up. He's like, oh, yeah, Hanger, I'm in the match.
Right, we're buddies. We're Dark Order together, brother.
Goes, okay. Yeah. Backs up, picks up a chair, just clocks him in the neck with it, beats the shit out of him. Yep. And then just takes his suitcase, rolls it over him. Hangman's fucking great right now.
Uno either needs to not be in the gauntlet, or he needs to come to the gauntlet with a neck brace in his arm and a sling.
Absolutely, yeah. He needs to not be in the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And have somebody be a surprise.
Yeah.
Have whatever countdown you hit, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the announcer's like, oh, this was supposed to be Evil Uno's spot. Right. And then have your surprise. There you go. That's what I would do.
And Player Dose isn't a surprise, Tony Khan, so get the fuck out of here.
God damn it. Is he fired again? Who knows,
brother,
man? He didn't want... Remember when he didn't want to go to work because I had dinner reservations?
He got fired. They're like, come to work. He's like, no, I already got dinner plans.
I mean...
Like, come to work.
I kind of respect that, though. I can't. I got dinner
plans. Then he was like, I'm good. I'll figure it out somewhere else. And then 3 months later, he was like, hey, guess what? I didn't figure it out anywhere else. You got a spot? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. We'll use you once and then send you back home. Enjoy your dinner, dickhead.
I have dinner plans. Yeah. That's great.
I mean, in a way, I do respect it.
Yeah. I want to know what he had. So...
Veal scallopini.
Let's go, Peter. So we get, for the Continental Championship...
Yes.
Kazuchika Okada versus Claudio Castagnoli.
All right. I'm very excited to talk about this match with you because we've had plenty of conversation here.
About Kazuchika Okada? And what they're doing with Kazuchika Okada?
We had the conversation on air about Okada... and how they've made him a silly bitch and it's ruining Ed's life.
We've had a good conversation in the Discord this week about it, too.
We did. And then after Alien Romulus, we were talking about Claudio.
Yeah, we were.
And we were like, we both love Claudio. We like Claudio. But what has Claudio shown in AEW? Yeah. What has Claudio kind of shown anywhere outside of his wrestling ability? His wrestling ability is never in question.
No.
Fantastic.
Except for that one match with Dustin.
We don't talk about that.
The match that broke your heart.
We don't talk about that.
Wow, that's crazy. CM Punk had a much better match with Dustin than Claudio did.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
You loved that Punk Dustin match.
Did. Yeah. Broke my heart.
Crazy. Okay.
Like number 3 on the list. But anyway. But I was so excited for that Claudio Dustin match.
I know, you were so pumped.
I love Dustin.
It sucked.
Oh, it sucked so bad. But anyway, we've both seen Claudio a long time. And the most over as a character was the Jack Swagger, We the People bullshit that they did, right? The really weird racist Jim Coulter stuff. But so I was like, Claudio, everybody wants him to be good. And everybody's, you see the smattering sometimes of Claudio should have been champion by now. Why isn't Claudio champion? And it's because he doesn't seemingly have a personality.
No.
And that's tough, right? I don't mean I love the dude. I'm not meaning it as a shot at him, but he does not have a discernible character other than guy who wrestles good and milks a tall cow.
He can't do what Hangman does.
Right.
He can't do what Swerve
does.
He
Claudio, I don't know, has ever found the emotional investment in what he does in the ring.
No.
So we were talking about him, and we were just like, man, I like him so much. I just don't know that there's anything else out of him Like, I think WWE, I would have loved him as an Intercontinental Champion. And I think he did. And, like, the Bar was really good.
Bar was good.
And that was just, I'm a shit kicker. But, like, in AEW now, it's just sort of, he's in the Blackpool Combat Club, but he's just the guy in the background and whatever. And people like him. He gets a good reaction. But the emotional depth isn't there.
Yeah.
And then this match happens. And I'm like, all right. Well, we're like, Okada's a clown. Now, according to AEW, they make him do jokes, and I like it. I genuinely do.
I do too. It's just that
it's not just Rib and Ed. I like it.
I know what's there, though.
Right? Absolutely. And I respect the Nakamura method, where you
get fat paid and then
and it's just surf. Chill. I completely get and understand. While Okada is still one of the best in the world, he's also put his fucking work in and doesn't. And if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to do shit. Right. So then this match comes up, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this going to be? And then I fucking loved it.
It fucking rocked. It was so fucking good, like, dude.
Yeah, but this is what this should be. Right? Yeah. Okada's a little silly in the beginning, and I like it. And then they just wrestle for 20 minutes, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to give credit to the crowd. They helped with this so much for how fucking over Okada was.
Yes.
They were turning Okada over Claudio, like just going crazy for him.
The moral of AEW this week and next week this week and through the pay-per-view is that American wrestling audiences fucking stink. Because I think we take for granted what we have.
I said we're a bunch of fucking piss babies.
Right.
Like,
we're entitled.
We are.
We're entitled piss babies. And this crowd in the UK that does not get these shows all the time are fucking crushing it.
Yeah.
It is contagious. It's electric. And you get that sometimes. You get that sometimes in the US, but not all the time. No. And not for entire fucking shows. No. They're red fucking hot, and that makes the wrestlers wrestle better. It's just what it is.
Even look at, I think it was Backlash earlier this year that was in Scotland. Like the crowd was fucking crazy the whole time. Remember, people were online were saying, "Oh, this crowd's a little annoying."
Yeah, right.
What are you nuts? This is what crowds are supposed to be at wrestling shows.
Absolutely.
Like, go watch a show from like Arena Mexico over CMLL, and like the crowd just loud the whole time.
They still cheer Vampiro for some fucking
well,
reason.
that's AAA. We ain't going to talk about AAA.
But
their Triple Mania is a fucking shit show. Yeah. But like for real, like it's so much more lively.
It elevates the content. It elevates the programming in a way that makes wrestling better. And I really do think that American. We've always said like the problem with pro wrestling is the fans. And I genuinely do. I think American fans have become entitled.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I don't have to cheer for this. It's going to be good anyway. Or whatever the fuck the thought process is. Like, I like going to a wrestling show and booing the heel and cheering the good guys and getting into it. Even if I know that it's, like, I love Sidney Bacabella.
Yeah.
Love Sidney Bacabella. But I boo Sidney. I don't cheer Sidney Bacabella.
No, you got to boo.
You boo him because he's a fucking bad guy. And that's the fun of wrestling. That's part of the fun is you get in there, you let it go, and you play the game.
Yeah.
It's not all about the game.
And how you play
it.
It's all about control.
And if you can take it, make it. I don't know.
I don't know. Were that the lyrics at the one WrestleMania where you just made them up?
Listen, it's Lemmy. You let him go.
Hello, Bridgeport.
The man did a lot of drugs. But yeah, like I'm just like, God damn it! Stay in the UK, like move to Europe, become a European promotion because they deserve it. Fucking Bridgeport, Connecticut doesn't deserve AEW.
No, and
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania is not going to deserve AEW.
I believe Tim and Marcus brought it up this week on Final Wrestling Place with them announcing All Out or All In for Texas next year. They've kind of moved that locale of Chicago down to Texas.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart. Not that Chicago fans were cheering for CM Punk or anything at this point. They're just not.
No, we haven't seen that.
They're over it.
Yeah.
But to get that different market, and they did, the Collision residency in Fort Worth, I believe it was. Correct me, Dana. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It was a rousing success by all accounts from what everybody said.
Right, and you said this before a little bit, but like I don't think Hologram gets us over. Hologram was certainly helped by being in Texas. Like there's a crowd there that the culture of Texas is a lot influenced by Mexico because of its vicinity. Yeah. And so lucha and stuff like that does have a little bit more of an importance there. So a lot of people, the Von Erichs don't get over in fucking Oregon. It's just what it is.
And I could see CMLL having a big stamp on that All-In show next year in Texas. I would try to make it like a big show for them.
You know what I love, and I know you said we weren't going to talk about AAA. I love that, like, Conan, when he, like, about the Lucha Brothers or whatever, and he was like, what goes around comes around, whatever it was about, whatever the fucking, whatever was stuck in his craw that AEW didn't do right when they switched partnerships and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, what comes around goes around, whatever. And then that just ended up being they pull the title off of Commander and give it to Matt Riddle. And it's just like, okay.
And Alberto Del Rio's beating Nick Nemeth for title. Like, who gives a fuck, man?
Go for it. You're just letting me know I don't want to watch your fucking promotion. Your two new champions are two complete pieces of shit.
Yeah, I will watch CMLL any day, not AAA.
Whoever listens to Conan, Conan, Disco Inferno, you don't need to listen to these fucking assholes in 2024. You don't need to listen to these guys in 1994.
As Brody King put it so eloquently today.
Disco went after House of Black, right? Called them troublemakers or whatever. What the fuck does Disco know?
Hey, Glenn, go Birdie, go fuck yourself.
Who the fuck is stooging things off to Disco Inferno?
Get the fuck out of here.
Disco, show up to AEW and step to Brody King, please.
Yeah, please, I'd love to.
Just do it.
It'd be so fun.
I love that man and I'm terrified of him.
It'd be so fun.
The grocery shop listening to God's Hate this week.
That's...
You did
you want to punch people? Like,
thankfully, nobody got in my way when I was trying to get cilantro, or else it would have been a fucking problem.
That's amazing. God, I love that band.
Throwing elbows like fucking Charles Barkley just to get a zucchini.
That'd be wonderful. Main event. There's a main event.
Yeah, we get the Bucks thing where we're doing 5 minutes. The contract says no.
Fuck off.
And then I thought we were going to get like a rematch here, but I guess we don't.
No. So I wonder, Okada Claudio, if you run that back at All Out.
Yeah. And that's a big thing, too, is that they have to leave some things dangling because they have a pay-per-view 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a ton of time to build things.
Man, remember last year? That was the problem. It was the week after, and All Out was fucking awesome last year.
Yeah.
That was Moxley OC. Yep. Like, that was a great pay-per-view last year.
But that's the thing. Like, if I know I'm disappointed. We're all disappointed, seemingly, that Hanger Jarrett's not happening at All In.
Yeah.
It's going to it has to happen at All Out.
And
then that becomes the emotional linchpin to All Out.
I agree. So you had FT Dar.
I was trying for the fucking life of me to come up with a stupid name.
Yeah.
I was like, because we have Cum Farter. We have whatever the hell the other one was.
No, it's
and then I was like, what can this possibly be?
FT Dar.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Going up against the Elite.
Robert Zadar versus the Elite.
It's all right.
It was fun enough. The Darby pins a Buck, which I didn't see fucking happening.
Yeah.
Which makes it sort of seem like the Bucks are going to win the pay-per-view or whatever.
Makes me sick.
But yeah, like, Darby's funny. I like him. He's
Darby's
a
always
madman.
fun to watch. He's a crazy person.
He is. I don't want to lift you up. I don't want to.
The fuck? Why?
Well, I mean, I do like lift you up. I
raise me
yes, but I don't want to. I don't want to get you too amped up.
Why?
In case it doesn't happen. But the stars are aligning a little bit for your layout from like a couple weeks ago to actually happen. Where Dragon wins it here and Darby wins it in Washington.
Wrestle Dream.
Yeah. Because then if Swerve wants it back, there's that built-in history.
I had Joe put it in the packet.
Yeah, did you? Is that what happened?
I intercepted Joe's mail and I wrote my little storyline in there. So
all right, I like it. I'm going to buy a Time Cop t-shirt and wear it to the Wolves for AEW show and just see if I can get his attention.
We should hold up Time Cop sign.
We should. It's just B. Van Dam from Time Cop.
He would freak the fuck out.
Ron Silver. What if it's just Ron? That's the bad guy in Time Cop. If you just hold up a Ron Silver sign.
He would freak out.
He would.
He'd be so happy.
Yeah, he'd be my best friend. He'd give me $1 billion. Maybe $1,000. $10? $1, please. Anything? For mortgage.
Hot dog?
Yeah. Free concessions?
Hot dog, sir?
Yeah.
Spare a hot dog.
Yeah. Coupon code for 15% off.
So Renee goes backstage to a Bloody Will Ospreay just sitting there.
Yeah.
And
because there's a big brawl, brouhaha.
Yeah,
whatever.
The Acclaim comes out. There's a big brawl.
It works to build to the pay-per-view for whatever it happens to be. But yes.
Yeah. So listen, if you got the Iggy on Collision, that show might also end in a brawl with a bunch of teams. No, we ain't aging in that, are we? Just saying. So Ospreay's sitting there bloody backstage. He's about to talk, and Bryan Danielson just comes walking up to him and like kind of just grabs him and says, "Look at me," and just tells him, "Do it."
Yeah.
Seriously, do it. And we know what we're talking about. The fucking Tiger Driver.
Absolutely.
So, Ospreay, just please murder him on Sunday.
Yes. And I like that because I know people were saying like for a long time. I think Joe on At Odds was talking about it, or at least when we would be in the car, we'd talk about like it didn't end Dragon's career, so it's not that big of a threatening thing.
Yeah,
it's actually
he was back a couple weeks later.
It's not actually permanently hurt anyone, so it's not as dangerous of a move as you might think it is. So you could do it.
Yeah.
But I like that this is less like do it because you need to use it to beat MJF. Because it's more so do it because that fucker deserves to die.
He deserves it. He deserves to get dropped on his fucking head.
And so I like that little wrinkle in the story.
Yeah,
is that he doesn't need it to beat Max. That's not why he didn't beat Max. He didn't do it in the draw, but like that's not why he didn't beat Max. Yeah. But like this is like no, that sniveling shitweasel needs to get dropped on his fucking head.
Yeah, you need to hurt him.
Yes.
So then Swerve comes out to the ring. Nigel McGuinness is in the ring.
Yes.
Swerve's promo, again, is just so fucking good.
Looks like $1 million.
Dude.
Talks like $1 million.
When he says, oh, you might want to get the itch and you might want to go wrestle in Indy in the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to be there and I'm going to kick your ass.
Well, and on Twitter, when Dragon did like that interview, what's his kid's name? Birdie.
Yeah. And
he's like, Birdie, whatever. Birdie wants me home. And then sort of just retweeted and said, I got you, Birdie.
Oh,
my God. Boy.
He's so good at this. Yeah. And then he says, too, you're going to be sitting at home with your wife and your kids. Yep. And he like just looks at the camera kind of like, I'll be there, which,
yes.
As I think it was Kurt on the Sting Sheet said that one day when Swerve bled Nick Wayne of all of his blood, he goes, oh, Swerve might actually be the devil. Well, that he says about being home, and Danielson's music hits, and he just beelines to the ring, hits the Busaiku knee, Swerve bails, Danielson gets on the mic. And
notorious bad promo, Bryan Danielson.
People need to die when they say that. And him, just saying, Swerve, like, I told you, and a lot of people want to throw this around, and they think that they are, and he goes, but I'm the best fucking wrestler in the world, and I have been for the last 20 goddamn years. It fucking fired me up. And he's going to kick his fucking head in. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. And he says, I told you, like, you're going to have to kill me because I'm leaving my soul in this ring. Bryan Danielson is the best goddamn wrestler. Oh, he's so great. I know. He is so fucking great, dude.
Tim and Marcus on Final Wrestling Place were talking about
the GOAT conversation.
The GOAT conversation.
Randy Orton said, I don't think there's such a thing.
And I like the idea of, like, Marcus had pitched about there being, like, a bucket of guys you can pick from that are agreeable, right? The Terry Funks, the Ric Flairs, the Stone Colds. Dragon's in there. Like, Dragon is the best wrestler of the last 20 years, 25 years. Yeah. It's funny because, like, he debuts, like, just a year before Brett retires. Yep. So it's very funny that like Brett's done and this guy shows up and he is the best wrestler in the world.
He's the best wrestler in the world.
The only guy that comes close is Okada, and I know Ed would disagree, but Dragon's better. It's close, but Dragon's the best wrestler in the world.
Oh man, that's tough for me.
Dragon's better. Okada has been higher. Okada has been relied on more and has carried a company more because of the opportunity for him to.
I just think it's just two different things.
It's very hard to compare because what's important in Japanese wrestling is like that, and that's the thing. Like we talk about it, and you said it. Like Kenta Kobashi is probably the most perfect in-ring wrestler there ever was. Yep. But he's not. It's not comparable because there's no other aspect really, especially of that era of wrestling. Yeah. It was just physicality. and that was really it. So it's hard to make those comparisons. But Dragon fucking rules, man, and he's fucking great. And like, if you were him and Han on what Dragon we're gonna get, and I mean, we always get the same Dragon, but like storyline, they're like, oh, is this, Eddie's like, he doesn't have the fire. Like, Dragon must have listened to that.
Jeff Jarrett, Jarrett same
too,
thing.
right?
Like, you better show up. You better be ready.
Super hyped for this match now. Like, this is gonna, and not that it wasn't before, because it's gonna be a fucking banger.
This is the one,
but this is gonna be, this is crazy. And like, this show alone, like, started to make, like, AEW broke the curse. Because last week was good and this week is good. They did not fuck up a go-home show in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I think it might have been Dan in the Discord was like, should I go out of my way to watch this Dynamite? Because the way it sounded, everybody seems like they were kind of high on it. And, somebody said, it's better than their usual
it is
notoriously bad go-home shows.
They fuck one of the 2 go-home weeks up. Always do.
Yeah.
And, we still have Collision to go, and I'll just say that I have a gut feeling they don't fuck that up either.
No.
And Rampage doesn't count. But yeah, I just, like you said it, ready to run through a wall. Yeah. This match, no matter what happens, who comes out on top, I don't care. I want Dragon to win. I hope Dragon wins. But if he doesn't, I get it. Yeah. Swerve fucking rules. I agree with a lot of people. I don't think it's time for Swerve to lose the belt. But also,
that's the tough part, man.
But also, I want,
it's Bryan Danielson.
So I want Dragon. Like, same thing with Stinger. Like, I think it is a valid point to want to have Bryan Danielson in your title lineage of your wrestling company for all of history.
Yeah.
And Swerve is young and can circle back around to this title whenever they want him to.
Yeah.
This is Dragon's last shot.
Yeah, I think somebody said, I think it was Danielson in an interview said that somebody told him he's lost his last 19 title matches.
Yeah.
Like, the guy just doesn't hold titles, Yeah. And he's a guy who doesn't need to. Mm-mm. But, like, hey, let's give him the nod. He's Bryan fucking Danielson.
Right. I think he goes to war with Swerve. He wins, but he's way worse off for it. And the next time he has a title match, he's not recovered, and that's what helps him lose. And then he goes away for a little bit.
His next title match should not be until Wrestle Dream.
Correct.
That's where I'm sticking to.
Correct.
It. So, all right. Well, that's the end of American wrestling.
It is.
Which means it's also time to come to the end of something else here that we've been doing for the past year.
Almost a year. We didn't do a full year.
Just about a year.
But,
all right. So record date is August 22nd. You will hear this.
It will not drop until after midnight.
Yeah, you'll hear this August 23rd. August 23rd does mark the 1 year anniversary of the passing of one Terry Funk.
Yes. So this wasn't, I never planned on ending this necessarily. God knows there's enough Terry Funk stuff out there to sustain forever.
Yeah.
Forever. But you, like 5 or 6 weeks ago, sent me this clip.
It seemed very
and I was
apropos.
like,
that when you're taking around the farm implements.
And I had never seen it before. Mm-hmm. And like, it punched me right in the gut.
Yep.
I'm not even going to play it right now because it makes me cry.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're all going to be listening to this on the 1 year anniversary of his passing, which I'm still sad about. I still watch Terry stuff and I get choked up. I just do. And so this thing has been sitting on my computer for weeks because I knew this was going to be the last one. And I said, when you sent it to me, I was like, this is so good, we're going to play it this week.
Yep.
And then you got here, I was like, nope, this is the last one.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for it to be the last one.
It's too good. Yeah. I've never seen it before, and it's beautiful. And I think knowing what we know now, because this is an old clip.
Yes, it is.
Knowing what we know of Terry now, and you listen to this clip, and I can just say that you did it, Terry.
Yep.
And thank you for everything. And this will be, stick around for the very end of the show. Let the music play and stick around.
Yeah, there's going to be, there's something tagged on at the end of the show. But
this is the last official Terry Funk moment of the week from us, from We Need Wrestling. So us to Terry on the 1 year.
Yep.
I love you to death, Terry. And you did it. You know, if anybody was successful, you were. So
damn right.
So you hurt your knee and the back and all of your body, but still you keep going wrestling. What's the reason?
Why? Because my father died while he was professional wrestling. And since then, it has been my life. It has been my entire love. It's been everything to me. And I promised myself that I would not be good, that I would be the best, and that the Funks would be the best. And it's the most important thing in my life to be the best, and it's the most important thing in his life to let our Father be proud of us.
And we're back. We made it to Japan. Everybody, wipe your tears and
wipe your asses.
Wipe your asses.
Go ahead, wash your ass.
And we're here. We're here in Japan.
We're gonna go watch Martin Lawrence.
Bunch of stuff to talk about. Capping with the G1 because the G1's over.
It sure is.
The G1 may have ended last week for Marcus, but it didn't end for the rest of us until now.
Yeah, we're certainly in tournament time in Japan. That's for sure.
Speaking of that, I watched a couple matches from Noah. Because the N1 is happening.
Yeah, I didn't watch anything from
from night 7 of the N1, I watched 1, 2, 3, 4 matches.
Jesus Christ!
Because I liked the matchups of the people. I was upset because I saw like cage match, which is by the way getting fucking ruined. And it already sucked anyway, really, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Yeah. They have like the El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. matches listed. I'm like, oh, he's back. And it's like, nope, they list him as forfeit.
Yeah, well, because the points
right, because the points still tally.
Don't you know?
Yes, I know. But like my my life has changed by not seeing the card, so I'm like, oh, the match is listed. Oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, because that was the dude I was really excited to watch in this.
Me too.
But anyway, I watched Dragonbane versus Oiwa. Okay. I watched Manabu Soya versus Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf has a cool Venom mask.
Oh, all right.
But that's about it. That's all I can say for that one. These are no commentary, single cam.
So they're Ed shows.
Small room. Noah shows.
So Ed would be over the moon. All right.
I watched Inamura versus NXT's Tavion Heights because last week we had talked about Tavion Heights and you said you saw a match and you liked him. He had a boring match here with Inamura.
That hurts.
He wins with a belly to belly. That's his finish.
Isn't it like a cool looking belly to belly though?
It's just like the Steiner turning belly to belly where he
rules.
Turns. Yeah, it's fine. It's weird as a finish, but whatever.
Hey, Bailey used it forever.
That's true. The Bailey to belly. That's true.
You see, Bailey had that interview this week where they asked her how to get a first date with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, go out for some Mexican food.
Okay.
She said, drink some mezcal.
Okay.
And she goes, no, then you never know what could happen.
Michelle? Sorry. Don't tell her I said that. The match was boring. This should have been two big guys beating the shit out of each other.
And it wasn't?
And it just wasn't. So it was boring. The reason why I turned this on to begin with, and I was like waiting for them to put it up this week, was Masa Kitamiya versus Kaito Kiyomiya. It's fun to hear the crowd chant Kiyomiya back and forth. They were actually going Kitamiya and Kaito to not confuse themselves, I guess.
Smart.
But the best thing in this match is that this match starts and Masa is the powerhouse, right? So they're doing the shoulder block spots, body slams, whatever. And every time he knocks Kaito over, he points at him and then points at the crowd like, "This is your guy. This is your champ." Like he's like, "This guy." Every time he knocks him down. The sad thing is that this goes 30 minutes. Why Noah is having 30-minute time limits in the N1? Why they think they can have 30-minute time limits in the N1.
This is Kiyomiya's second draw.
And why they think they can make these things draw at 30 minutes multiple times. Noah's in the fucking dirt, man. They're deeper than the dirt. You're going to have to dig a hole to find Noah. Just in the fucking dirt. It's very good in very short bursts. It is not sustained long enough to make this match really good. There's cool stuff in it, but it's bursts. It is not a consistent 30-minute match. There's no reason they should have 20-minute time limits, if that. These 30-minute time limits for these tournament matches. When you have the talent pool that you have in Noah, and I'm not saying that in a good way.
I would say that's not a positive.
You cannot have 30-minute time limits. It is a waste of everyone's fucking time.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I like Kiyomiya. I love Masakita Miya. Can't fucking do it.
Nope.
30-minute draw of these guys did not fucking work. I can't. I can't.
You don't want an Alpha Wolf versus Josh Briggs 30-minute time limit.
No. I don't even want them to think
Broadway that.
I don't even want them to think that they can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to think we can go 22 because we have a 30-minute limit.
No, you can't.
12 tops. You fucking idiots. Like, no way. I was like, I'm done. I can't fucking 30 minutes. Really?
That's crazy.
Two guys I like. I mean, I can't fucking no. So, but that's all the Noah I watched. They're in the fucking dirt.
Yeah, they're about to go to night 8.
They're in the
so
dirt.
We'll see next week if there's anything worth talking about.
There's not going to be.
But since we did mention young sweet Ed,
yes,
he's got a question.
Just a question?
Well, it might be a 2-parter.
Okay, just this week.
이제 이번 주에 에드 코드 질문입니다.
All right.
Yes.
So Ed says, "Hey there, buddies. I have a question for you, but unlike most questions, this question is in 2 parts.
Okay, just this weekend.
First part: who's on your shoot interview Mount Rushmore?
Okay.
Mount Rushmore's 4, right?
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Man.
Okay. Oh, this is like all time, not like who we want to see. This is all time shoot interviews.
Oh, I mean, he just says
No, yeah, Mount Rushmore would be like it's not like a dream.
Not a dream,
It's a
no.
dream shoot interviews. All right.
No. So, Honky Tonk Man.
Full agreement.
I promise you, I'm not shilling. CM Punk.
Okay.
Because those shoots that he does with Joe and Cabana are fucking classics.
Sure.
Part of me wants to say Sex Ferguson. Yeah, Sex Ferguson.
Okay.
Just because I can't stop quoting that. Look, when Doug was leaving her house last Friday, and him and I just started quoting it, and he just turned into giant babies.
Yep.
Number 4. I feel like I'm going to miss such an obvious one.
Yeah.
Number 4. I'll go Kevin Nash.
Okay.
I always like Nash on
right.
on his shoot interviews because he does the Harley Race impression, and then I do his impression of Harley Race. And that time when Cornette was calling out all the moves that he does, he goes, "Squisher, you're missing Squisher." Yeah, so that'll be my top 4.
So, a surprise to no one. The first shoot interview I ever saw, Terry Funk.
Okay, yeah.
Because I got the shoot interview. It was 2 tapes from He Who Shall Not Be Named before we knew what his problem was. And I devoured that 8 hours. That was my love of Terry Funk came from that and the Kawasaki Dream, which was just the anniversary this week.
29 years?
29 years. But like that, I got those around the same time, and that's when my obsession with Terry Funk began. And he's done a couple other ones. He's not the best shoot interview guy, but he's got some gems in there. I still quote some of the things that he says here and there. Honky Tonk Man, absolutely,
of course.
My third, controversial, but because sometimes I like a little misery, Ole Anderson.
Well, yeah.
Because
that motherfucker miserable.
Ole Anderson likes nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. And then my fourth, Kevin Nash is a great one. I'm going to copy Honky because I love Honky. I'm not going to copy Nash even though it's probably the more correct answer. I do love those Nash shooter reviews. My initial thought that popped in my brain was Homicide.
Okay.
Because of the lariat.
Well, that's Punk.
It's Punk and talking about Homicide.
Yeah.
But Raven.
Yeah, Raven's a good one.
Raven is good shooter interview stuff. I'm not trying to just suck up to Joe.
No, Raven has good shoots.
Raven has good shoots because he does the one with Sandman, Terry, and him.
Yeah.
The ones by himself, Raven.
I almost said corny.
Corny's the wealth of knowledge,
his
man.
Fucking shoots are they're funny.
Right, yeah.
They're very knowledgeable.
Yes. And if you go back far enough, he wasn't a complete asshole troll, so you'd get fun stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, the Stu Hart story with "You make it look like a whore."
Yes. We quote that all the time.
Yeah, like that one. Him just shitting on Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
With the Bucky Beaver. Like, you know, there's some classic shit there, but.
Yeah, I don't want to give him credit, though.
Yeah.
I'm going Raven. Raven's a good shooter.
So
there you go.
Mine was Honky, Punk, Sex Ferguson, and Kevin Nash.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Terry, Ole Anderson.
Nice. Honky and
Terry, Ole Anderson, and Raven.
That's a that's a fucking dream team.
Absolutely.
Right? Make that a Survivor Series match.
Let's do it. Just not right now. Time machine, maybe.
Well, yeah. Ed's second part of the question. With ColossalCon East coming up, I'm starting to get excited about little things involving it.
Yeah.
Like my Saturday morning hungover breakfast at the Perkins down the road from Kalahari.
Okay.
What's your guys' favorite breakfast foods? Ed,
really quick, though, before Brett answers, make sure that Perkins is still open.
Yeah, I would.
Because for real, our Perkins, one of our Perkins is closed in Pittston. So actually, the Perkins, Michelle and I had our first date at Perkins, and that Perkins is closed.
Yeah, that Perkins in Pittston is where Doug and I were driving at night, and the sign said "Meet Al Snow."
There you go.
So fucking weird.
Yep.
I'll never forget that night.
Just make sure.
Yeah, make sure it's still open.
Yeah.
Ed, if you want to have breakfast, one of these days at ColossalCon,
right.
We'll be around.
If you want company for your hungover
I'd
Perkins
like
breakfast,
to see you.
down.
You know, I'd like to have breakfast with you.
I don't think I'm going to go into ColossalCon.
No, that one, Ed. That's why I asked if you're doing a panel. Because if you were, I would think about it.
His panel's not happening,
but it's not happening. So if you wanted to get some breakfast or something, please, I'd love to see you.
Right.
My favorite breakfast foods. So I'm not like a big bacon guy.
I'm not a big breakfast guy, but
I don't love breakfast. I just had a conversation the other day. I was like, I never wake up hungry.
Yeah.
Like, it's very rare I wake up hungry.
I don't usually eat until lunch.
Yeah, same. Like, it takes me hours and hours. Like, so where some people wake up and they have to eat immediately. Mm-hmm. I need to build.
Yeah.
My favorite breakfast foods, like, I don't love bacon, but I love turkey bacon. Okay. Turkey bacon's delicious.
Interesting. All right.
Normal bacon, I'm like, I can take it or leave it.
Normal bacon's terrible for your prostate, so.
What isn't?
Yeah.
I mean, for real, at this point.
Turkey bacon actually isn't, so.
Yeah. I like, I love pancakes. Mm-hmm. Whether it be with chocolate chips on them, strawberries, something or other. I enjoy waffles.
Yeah.
Like a sausage link. Again, I'm not crazy over breakfast sausage either. A good breakfast sandwich though on a bagel.
Well, you're the restaurant, your family's restaurant there. Fantastic breakfast sandwiches.
Yes, they're wonderful.
Yeah. I'm not an egg guy. I don't really like eggs. I like eggs in one fucking way. And that is the way that Michelle makes them.
Yeah.
But your aunt's breakfast sandwich is fucking fantastic.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll make the call right now. Sunday morning.
Yeah.
If anybody wants a breakfast sandwich that's coming to the compound,
there you go.
Let me know.
Yeah, give me a head count too. We'll say that.
Yeah. Please a head count. But if you want a breakfast sandwich, it's on me.
Pre-show starts at 11.
Yeah.
So
it comes on a bagel.
Yeah.
Cheese, egg, and if you want sausage, ham, or bacon.
Yep.
Let me know. I will absolutely get your breakfast sandwich. I love cereal though. I mean, I'm not an oatmeal guy at all. Like I think I just never liked it. But cereal, I love cereal. Many kinds, healthy kinds, unhealthy kinds.
Sure. 5 favorite cereals. Go. No.
Don't. Never mind.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah. All right. But again, it's very rare I even eat breakfast. Yeah. I like eating breakfast at Denny's after an LVAC show.
Yeah.
That's
that right. I mean I get my chicken fried chicken with finger licking
plate licking
with the country gravy,
dick sucking chicken, whatever.
The only way that chicken could be any better is that if it filleted me. I'm not a big breakfast guy. I don't like eggs. And I know that you don't like when I say this, but Michelle and I eat Brenner all the time, breakfast for dinner. Stop. It's a great portmanteau. But
no,
I am a breakfast potatoes guy. That is my favorite thing at breakfast.
So do you like
home fries?
Your home fries. See, I'm more of like a hash brown.
Hash brown. I like hash brown just fine.
The crispy.
If I'm gonna eat a McDonald's hash brown all fucking day.
See, even those I'm kind of whatever because
you like the loose stringy ones, and they're very good.
Yeah,
I'm a breakfast potatoes home fries guy.
Okay,
all day. Put a little hot sauce in there. They're fucking delicious. We used to, back in the day, hang out. Used to go to the Iron Skillet Breakfast Buffet.
Yeah.
And you used to get the home fries there. That's my number one. Nothing else even comes close.
Tell you what, man, Malacari's has a very good brunch buffet on Sundays. Yeah? Oh, man, it was very good.
I don't love pancakes. I'll eat a crepe. I like a crepe. Crepes are good. Some of the French toast with some fruit. I'm down with that. I'll eat a lot of different things.
Yeah, I do like French toast every now and again.
But my number one with a bullet, no question, home fries, breakfast potatoes.
I used to eat breakfast a lot. My grandmother used to make chocolate chip pancakes every Saturday morning. She made chocolate chip pancakes and bacon.
Nice.
And I would have friends that would stay over on Friday night just to have breakfast the next morning.
Nice.
So that was always fun. But Ed, thank you.
I also love orange juice. I'm a big orange juice guy.
Pulp?
Extra pulp. I'm a pulp guy.
Fucking stop it.
I'm a pulp man.
Yeah, cool. Let me eat my drink.
Yep.
Stop
when
it.
I buy,
let me chew a drink.
I will buy the Simply Orange, and I do the extra pulp.
Oh, God.
When I was a kid, I couldn't stand it, but as an adult, I'm a pulp guy. I'm a pulp man, and I like orange juice. I'm a citrus juice guy. I love citrus juices.
Do you like apple juice?
I do. I love apple juice. I love grape juice. I love grape. I love most juices.
You're a juice man.
I'm a juice man. I like cranberry juice a ton. I like all kinds of juices, but breakfast, like out at a diner, getting an orange juice with my breakfast is heavenly.
See, I always get a coffee.
Yeah, so I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I'll get a coffee and a water. Maybe an orange juice sometimes apple juice. Very selective, sometimes chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Damn, I want chocolate milk.
I drink a glass of milk before bed. That's normally when
You drink milk before bed?
I do.
Holy shit.
The calcium helps with acid reflux.
Oh. See, sometimes if I have milk before bed, I wake up and my stomach is fucked.
No, that means you're probably lactose intolerant.
A
little bit.
Probably to a degree I am.
But it does the calcium, because that's like what Tums is. It's just calcium.
Yeah.
So to drink I don't usually do like a full glass. I'll do like half like a pub glass of milk, because it helps with the acid reflux.
Well, Ed, thank you so much.
And it's soothing, like a baby.
Did you drink warm milk?
No.
Good Lord. Ed, thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
We love you.
As
You're the
always,
best.
buddy.
All right.
Where we going? Where we at? Who are we going? What are we doing? Who are we talking
Marigold.
Marigold.
Marigold held their Summer Gold Shine show.
Gold Shine.
This was from Cork Hall.
Hall.
Only watched the last match.
Me too.
Julia
in her final match.
Final match before heading over to Double E.
Yes.
Against Mai Sakurai.
Yes.
Mai Sakurai and her very close. Julia took Mai Sakurai under her wing when they were in Donna Del Mondo.
Oh, okay.
So I thought up until the headbutt in the match, it was very like tame, just back and forth. And then Mai Sakurai threw that headbutt.
Yeah.
And brother, you could have turned this fucker up to 10.
Yeah.
They just start beating the shit out of each other. Crowd brawling was great all around Cork.
There's a part where Julia goes over to a dude in the crowd, and she puts her hand out. And that guy straight up thinks that, like, he has, like, a shot with Julia, or, like, she's trying to, like, welcome him to something.
Yeah.
And then she pulls him out of his seat, steals his seat, and tries to use it as a fucking weapon. I'm like, that's hilarious. Because that guy, his eyes went starry. He, like, in his head, Dreamweaver was playing. And then she just needed his chair as a fucking weapon.
She slams Mai's head off the Cork and East sign.
Which is my favorite thing at Kirk and Hall.
And
I love it.
Then starts dancing.
I'm going to get that tattooed on me, just the East sign of Kirk and Hall.
You totally should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the brawling was great. When Julia assaults the referee.
He stops her from using the chair, so she chokes and slaps him.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out a table, and the referee's like, you're going to have to pay for that table.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Dude, when she does the pile driver through the table,
insane.
It's gross.
Yep.
Mai Sakurai's neck, like, twisted. It was fucking gross.
And then the ref starts cheering for Mai because Julia's being so unruly.
God damn it. God damn it.
What happened?
Julia Gulia. My name's going to be Julia Gulia. So I liked at the end where Julia has to keep hitting the Northern Lights bomb.
Yep.
And it has to go to the variation of it, which is called Vermilion, which is like a wrist clutch Northern Lights bomb to get the pin.
Right.
Were you surprised that Julia won on the way out?
No.
Me neither. Me neither. I was like, oh, she's definitely winning this.
You know, that Final Wrestling Place, the boys over there were talking about unwritten rules in wrestling.
Yes.
And what's broken and what's not.
Doing the honors.
And I think that's a pretty important rule in wrestling, is on the way out, you do the honors.
Unless you're Sting.
Unless you're Stinger. But it's changed,
Yeah,
right?
It's changed.
It's changed. So like those rules, those territory rules made a lot more sense. And it was an unwritten rule for a long time. And I still think it's important in places. But I think it's now has become like case by case, right? Because the story about the Lucha Brothers is that they don't want to do business on the way out. So they're just not going to use them. And again, we talk about this all the time, but like perception and wrestling fans in America, I'm going to say, because the UK has been so good, the wrestling literacy is so low that I think people think that if you're losing on the way out, it's some sort of vindictive thing against you for leaving, when in reality, you lose on the way out to help the guy that's still going to be there.
You do the honors.
I got to come back to this territory in a week. You're moving on.
Look what Ricochet did for Braun Breaker on the way out of WWE. Got his fucking ass beat.
Yeah, and that's, I think, is the way you're supposed to do it. But,
yeah,
and Japanese wrestling is different.
It is.
But Julia is arguably the top star in her particular division of wrestling, in all of ladies wrestling over there, and all of Joshi. And, the door isn't completely closed to Marigold because they do have that loose partnership.
She can easily come back for spots.
Right. So it would have been nice to you have this woman you took under your wing that you help prop up and you give her the win on the way out, pass the torch. Sure. But it's just not the way things happen to be so much anymore.
No.
Especially not when you're at the tippy top of the card.
No, the match was fucking great.
You brought up Stinger. That wasn't Stinger's choice.
Well, that's true.
That was handed to him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is Julia's choice per se.
Probably not.
It's Rossi.
I think Julia could have protested and they would have changed it for her.
Maybe.
Sting won in that match, no matter what.
It's one positive I will say about the Bucks, where they're like, no, dude, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're Sting.
Right. So
we'll get those belts back eventually.
But this match fucking ruled.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. Crowd was red hot during
really,
it.
really great.
Yeah.
Was super pumped about this one. Marigold's got some good stuff, man.
Yeah, they do.
They're losing their biggest good thing. And the time will tell. They got Hayashishita.
Still got Bozilla.
They got Bozilla,
and their tournament's starting soon.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah,
that should make
Sarie's been over there a lot.
Koki's there.
Koki lost her match.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Koki.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
and I'm interested in what Julia's going to look like in NXT because. While she is very popular, Joshi's even harder for people to access in this country than regular Japanese wrestling. So
I can't wait for her to soccer kick some failed volleyball player right in the fucking mouth.
They're gonna line up failed Olympians for her.
It works.
Right? They're gonna be like, "Oh, you were a track star. You were an alternate in the Nagano Olympics. Good luck picking up your fucking teeth."
Nagano, what a pull that was, brother! Holy shit!
Buddy.
The fucking the era of Apollo Anton Ono.
There you go.
God, I'm impressed.
Yeah. That I said track, and that was the Winter Olympics, but whatever.
Hey, that's okay.
You can run in the cold. Yeah, it's harder. Yeah. It's more impressive.
Exactly. I'm more impressed by this. Yeah. So let's go over to the other.
Ice running's the thing.
Yeah, one of the other Joshi promotions.
Yeah, so where we at?
Stardom.
Yes.
Who's currently on their 5-star Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I have stuff from a bunch of nights for this.
Okay, I got night 6 and one from night 7.
Okay, so
you go ahead.
Night 4.
Were they that far back? That all happened this week? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought night 6
night
was
night 4 was last Thursday.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't get to watch it because it wasn't up anywhere. So
right.
There was a couple matches from it though that were really fucking good,
all
buddy.
Right. Let's hear about them.
Azumi versus Tam Nakano.
Okay. Sounds like a great match.
Yeah, I mean, you would love this. They have great chemistry.
Yeah.
Azumi beats Tam.
Okay.
Tam's already eliminated.
That's my friend Tam. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my friend Tam. She loves me.
But after the match, Natsuka Tora, who is the current red belt champion,
absolutely
comes out and gives a title shot to Tam.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw Tora later on. At this point, was Tora rocking the very dump Matsumoto-esque look?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
I liked Tora before, and a lot of people were upset that she wins the title. She was my favorite anyway. Yeah. But she's Oda Tai, right? So
there's no more Oda Tai.
Oh, okay. Otatai's done.
hate.
So it's hate. Oh, hate. Otatai
Yeah.
became hate.
Yeah.
What does hate stand for? Do we know?
I don't fucking
All
know.
right. I didn't know that hate was a thing. I just
Goes to Stardom Cast, I'm sure they'll
later
tell
on I saw it on Thekla's arm, and I was like, "That's awesome." That Thekla just has an armband that just says hate.
you. Yeah,
But I'm behind on the times.
They act like House of Torture.
That's dumb. They didn't in the Thekla match.
No. Another match I watched was Tomoka Inaba versus Saya Ida.
I love Iida.
Tomoka Inaba gets the win.
Yeah.
This was like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect, just like short match.
we talked
it was
about this.
impactful.
They're all 15-minute time limits,
15
right?
yeah.
Because Stardom knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they're right. I watched Sayori Now versus Starlight Kid.
Okay.
Wrestled to a 15-minute draw.
Starlight Kid's mask changed. Is she not the tiger anymore?
No, she's still the Tiger, but
she?
she's
I
no
know- I know
longer,
she's
she's
a
no
good-
longer like Dark Starlight
Yeah, I know
Kid.
she's a good guy.
Yeah.
I saw her with a mask. It must have just been like ceremonial where it didn't have like the tiger ears and stuff. And I was like, what the? What
Her theme music gets stuck in my head.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just does.
All right.
Yeah, it goes to a 15-minute draw.
Yeah.
You would have loved it because there were so many falsies on roll-ups.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just there, like everything was just so crisp.
Yeah.
And smooth.
Is it still night 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then another one from night 4.
Jeez.
Main event: Mayu Iwatani versus Momo Watanabe.
Okay. Momo.
So this is where Hate does like the interference stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's a shame.
I just got like PTSD
Yeah.
from fucking House of
That's a
Torture.
bummer.
But once the interference ended, it got really good.
Yeah.
And Mayu Iwatani wins,
Yeah.
beats Momo Watanabe.
Okay. And we're gonna see Momo.
Next Friday,
We'll talk
we'll
about it
see
next
Momo.
week, but
Yeah.
we're going to see Momo. Momo is the main event of the New Japan show.
Yeah.
Against Mercedes Moné, so that's fun.
Night 5,
Okay.
I watched one match.
All right.
Starlight Kid versus Koguma.
Okay.
Starlight Kid gets the win. I am super enjoying Starlight Kid in this
Yeah,
tournament.
you had mentioned that to me.
She has been
Yeah.
so fucking good, and it seems very like revitalized since this
That's
like
Spark
character
Joshi
change.
champion.
Goddamn right it
Starlight
is.
Kid.
We saw that happen.
We did. Has anything happened since? They
They did like a joint show
in Japan. Yeah, that was about it.
That's about it. Don't know if they're ever going to run again. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But Starlight Kid's awesome. Beats Koguma. First time really seeing Koguma. She's kind of like a goofy character a bit,
Okay.
but it was match was good.
Yeah.
She had good leg work.
Oh,
so.
I saw. I don't think it was in the tournament, but what's her name tore like her ACL or whatever. The clown lady that I like.
Death. What the fuck's her name?
Yeah. Why is it?
Fukujin Death.
Fukujin Death. She
Yeah.
like tore her ACL or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's a
sad.
shame. Yeah.
Well, as long as Ram Kai Chow's still alright.
Wow.
I love Ram.
Yeah.
Night 6.
Yes, I watched Night 6.
I have a few matches from it.
1,
Actually, I have
2,
a lot.
3,
I
4.
think I have 4.
I think I have 5. But anyway.
Okay, did you watch Hazuki versus Yuna Mizumori?
That is where I started. Yes.
All right, perfect. Well, Hazuki wins.
Yes.
I remember last year really liking Hazuki in the 5-star Grand Prix.
Yeah.
This is the first match I've watched of hers, and I still really like her.
She had her mouth busted open in this
And
match.
I was very impressed by Yuna Mizumori.
Yeah.
though. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like this. I like Hazuki a lot. When I was watching this, I was like, I need to really drill down into Stardom and get like what my top 5 are of people I really want to watch, because I don't have it. I know some of the names, but I'm not great with them still, which is my own fault. And so I really I need to drill down, because when I'm watching this, these are also no commentary. At least this night was.
No, but at least they're multicam shows.
Right, they're multicam shows. There's
Which I
no
can deal
commentary.
with.
And no graphics. So when I'm scanning through for what to watch, I'm like, I don't know what any of these people look like. And it's just my ignorance. It's not anything else.
Sorry, man.
But I like Hazuki, and I like Hazuki more than I like Yuna.
So Yuna Mizumori, I believe, came from Choco Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
Did you watch Mei Sierra and Saya Ida?
That is the next match that I watch, because I like Saida Aida a lot.
So Mei Sierra gets the win. Mei's currently the high speed champion, I believe.
Okay.
I think if this was 3 minutes longer, you could have gotten into that great territory.
Yeah, for sure.
This was really good.
Yeah.
3 more minutes would have been okay, now we're really cooking here.
What I like about Saya Iida is that she's 4'10", but she's a powerhouse.
Yeah.
So one of her signature moves is a top rope leaping shoulder block, fucking Neidhart.
It's awesome.
That's fucking awesome. But yeah, really fast paced ending sequence. which just gets Ida caught up with a roll-up. I like this match a ton. This was a lot of fun. I like those speed matches, so this was very similar.
Yeah. Did you watch Momo Watanabe versus Tam Nakano?
I did, but in between that, I watched Konami versus Natsupoi.
Okay.
Because if I have a favorite, it's Natsupoi.
It's Natsupoi.
Because I'm just a Natsupoi. So I like Natsupoi because she's nuts. Because she just does stupid, crazy things.
Bipolar.
She climbs the top rope for no reason and jumps off to the outside.
I like her a lot.
She's irresponsible with her well-being, and it makes me happy. Natsupoi wins, but the camera misses the finish, so I couldn't tell you what she wins with.
God damn.
Because they do that camera cut to their camera, and I just can't see it until the pin. And then my notes here, because I'm still watching this. My note at the end of this match is, "What's this mean lady group?"
Was it Hate?
Yeah, I didn't know who they were. Yeah. I was like, "Who's this? Who are all these mean ladies?
Who's the mean lady?" Yeah, Konami's in Hate.
Yeah, so I was like, "What's happening?" Oh, they're mean ladies.
I do love Konami.
Konami's your friend. You got casual Konami in the photo op.
I'm not happy about that still. It still bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I got
grunge Konami.
I got gray long sleeve shirt Konami.
Yep.
Cool, thanks. I should have go get your fucking gear on.
Yeah, that would
What the fuck is this shit? Also, I don't think she knows that I actually paid for the meet and greet. She was just like, okay, picture.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Did you watch Momo Watanabe versus Tam?
Yes, because I love Tam.
This is where I have hate equals House of Torture equals I hate this.
Okay.
If your goal was to build sympathy for Tam Nakano, you did it.
Yes. The opening note of this match is the mean ladies help Momo immediately. Wait, I see Tora. This is Odatai. Because I was like, there's Natsuka Tora.
Yeah.
It's Odatai. I know these mean ladies.
Yeah, well,
and now you're just telling me that they're called hate.
Yeah, because they're all wearing shirts that say hate.
Yes.
Momo Watanabe wins.
Yes.
So when Tam wrestles Tora for this red belt, put the fucking belt on Tam.
I agree.
I know she had a decent reign with it, but put it on Tam. I love Tam with the shorter hair. She looks
Tam looks great. That's my friend. She says she loves me. She wrote it down.
She wrote it down.
That holds up in a court of law. I like this match because Tam kills Momo with a kick to the head. Momo gets a baseball bat and tries to hide it from her, which Tam ducks and then kicks the bat into the crowd.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's dangerous.
It's a very real baseball bat.
And then the ref is about to count 3 and Konami throws a chair at him.
Yep.
And I was like, oh. Then Momo gets to use the bat. Tam kicks out. And then I don't know what the name of this is. So Momo's finish.
Yeah,
her submission. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a cloverleaf or a sharpshooter, but she falls to the side instead of stepping over because she steps through the leg, but then falls onto the side, and her opponent only gets turned halfway.
Yeah.
It's super cool. I liked it a ton. And then Tam's leg gets messed up post match because, as you're telling me, she has the title shot against Tora, so they're gonna mess her up.
Needs to win that belt.
Yes, but I was like, who are mean ladies? I don't understand.
And then main event.
Yes, Mayu versus Izumi.
Yes. So Izumi wins. Mm-hmm. This is Izumi's first ever win against Mayu Iwatani.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes, first time ever win.
Yeah.
I love Mayu Iwatani so much, and this match really hammers it home for me.
Yeah,
because she was on her final boss shit. She's been on her final boss shit every match I've watched for this tournament.
My last note for this match is that she might be top 5 wrestler in the world.
Yeah,
not women's wrestler, just wrestler.
Yeah,
she's that fucking good.
There was a tweet going around this week. It was name your top 4 in-ring women's wrestlers, and I quoted it with Mayu Iwatani.
Yes,
and I was like, oh, is this current day? I said, fuck it, all time. Mayu Iwatani.
I saw,
Akira Hakuto, Manami Toyota, Meiko Satomura.
Yeah, I was gonna retweet with mine, but I was like, it's just gonna be all of yours. So
those are my 4.
Right? Because I was like, well, but what about Bull? I'm like, no, Bull's not better than Hakuto or Manami. No. What about Crooked Titty? Not better. I love them, but they're not better. What
about Sweet Sugar Ass?
Megumi Kudo,
Sweet Bitch Ass,
Manami Toyota. That's but.
Sweaty Ned and Armageddon.
Sweaty Ned and Armageddon.
What's the CT stand for? Crooked Titty.
Which is hilarious. So when I didn't tell you this, but when I showed Michelle the trailer for
Stranglemania.
I
was going to say we're about to hit some uncharted territory
for Queen of Villains for the dump show.
And that's when where Michelle's like, "Oh, I'll watch this."
But so she's like, "Yeah, she'll watch this." But she's watching her, and she knows from Book It, the game that we play. She's like, "Isn't she in Book It?" And I'm like, "No, she's gonna be in Book It, but she's not in it yet." And she's like, "No, she's in Book It. You and Brett have a name for her." And I'm like, "No, that's Crooked Titty."
Yeah. Oh, Michelle.
Like that's Crooked Titty.
She knew about Combat Toyota.
That's different. That's Combat Toyota.
Oh, Crooked Titty. But anyway, dude, this match fucking rules.
Yeah, this match is wildly good.
Azumi is crushing it this tournament.
Yeah. There's kicks in the fucking face. The shoulder stretch on the top turnbuckle is really gross. Like, it's like the Zack Sabre thing where the arms go backwards, and I don't understand how you don't snap somebody's arm off with it.
The math ain't math, homie.
Then they do it on the top rope. It's fucking great. Azumi wins. Basically, like, the thing about these two is that I think either of their names on a match... You can go. Let's watch because they're both that fucking good. Azumi is fantastic.
Yeah.
Mayu is great. Azumi is like on like essentially a long-term breakout because she's been really great. But Mayu is like the
Mayu's just she's so much. Like when they came over here with that Spark show that we went to, and I was like, I gotta get my picture with Mayu. Yeah. Like she's just so fucking good. So yeah, night 7 I didn't watch anything.
I watched one match from night 7. It is Suzu Suzuki, who we both love.
Yes.
Versus the David Kincannon offer wrestlers.
Thekla? Okay. Shout out Twinkie. What up, boy? I love him.
And this is Thekla has the hate thing on her arm. Mm-hmm. So this match is good. It's hard hitting from both because that's what they do. That's what Suzuki does. That's what Thekla does. Thekla, though, I'm going to say this right now. Thekla's a pervert. Wow. And I mean that as a compliment. She's spitting on people. That. She's hip thrusting. She's doing all kinds of things, and I'm like, goddamn right, Thekla.
I remember when she was coming over to NXT. Remember when that was a thing?
So this match is very good, notable because I haven't seen the aftermath, but the blood let me know that one of Suzu Suzuki's plugs got tore out of her ear in this match. Because at some point in this match, the one side of her face is just covered in blood. And I'm like, oh shit, one of her plugs got ripped out.
Ouch.
And I don't know if ripped all the way or just a little bit, because like I've partially ripped and they will bleed and whatever. So I'm hoping it's not completely ripped out and like her earlobe ain't hanging, because you can stitch it back together, but you ain't getting that plug back in. But yeah, so she gets blood on her face because her fucking earring gets tore out of her head.
Well, that's gross.
So, but she still fights on, and it was a lot of fun. I just like Suzu a ton, and Thekla's awesome. Thekla's nice to look at.
5-star Grand Prix has been fun.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch, great. Man.
The Stardom's great. It's just, with the G1 takes priority because it's the G1. Sure. But if there's a second, the number 2 promotion in this in Japan is Stardom. I don't.
Yeah, I know they lost a lot of steam.
They did,
but they're still. I'd say they're
from in-ring content wise, they're just so much better than almost everybody else.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of their in-ring might be better than the current depleted New Japan, but maybe not.
Well, let's get into it then.
Noah's in the dirt.
Yeah.
I love DDT more, but they're not as popular.
No, they're popular, but not as popular.
Yeah.
I agree. So,
but all right.
The big show, the main event here.
Right, the big shebang.
New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 34. We have the semifinals and then the finals to talk about. So the semifinals, Yota Tsuji, David Finlay.
Yes.
Yota Tsuji gets the win. Mm-hmm. I thought the closing stretch in this match was fucking fantastic. Yeah. A couple of the falsies, man, they got me. I thought Finlay had them, and I was like, oh no, here we go.
The final shout out to Dwicky.
Dwicky, the homie.
He rode hard with you.
Oh yeah.
Through this thing, I jumped in the last week and a half.
I was appreciative.
But man, Dwicky is that's a good one right there, man.
Fucking legend. For a legend,
for everybody. The way he supports every show on this fucking network.
Dwicky's the fucking man.
That's the dude. So, so watching these with the three of us sort of hanging out, was a lot of fun. And there's a lot of good stuff in this match. I don't love Finlay.
No, I don't either.
He's a better wrestler than he was.
He's so hit or miss for me.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. Like, so there's 3 matches left at this in the G1 here, and I think typically the two semis and the final. Like the final, is going to be a banger. It has to be. But typically the semifinals are like fucking killers too.
Yeah, last year that Ospreay Naito match was better than the finals.
And I don't think we got that this year out of these semifinals. They're not bad in any way. At least not out of this one.
Yeah, I agree. One of them we did.
Yeah, but Tsuji Finlay was very good.
Yeah,
but not. Normally when these semifinals come up, like these end up being like match of the year contenders.
Yeah.
And this one did not reach that level. And I really I hate to do it, but it's because of David Finlay. He has reached his ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know what's left for him.
No.
The other semifinal.
Yes.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes.
Versus Shingo Takagi.
Right.
When we were watching this, I texted the group and I was like, man, these two just get it.
Yeah.
They have such good chemistry.
The near perfect sort of opponent for one another. Yeah. And for me, the style we talk about all the time, I like the bruiser versus the technical guy. I mean, they just deliver. Shingo's delivered throughout this G1. Top 3 guy in this entire G1.
I'd agree with that.
Because he just always delivers. That's a guy that deserves so much more in this company that he may never get it because he's not homegrown. They don't love that.
I know he had the title once.
He did.
But it was pandemic and shit got weird.
But these guys, they have it. They know how to work one another, and it's a ton of fun.
Yeah. When Zach kicked out of that Last of the Dragon, dude, I was fucking hyped.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And while we all sort of guessed Sabre going on, Shingo makes it that anything can happen, and the way he wrestles, you're like, at any point he can just clobber this dude, and the match is over.
Hits a pumping bomber, and he can put his lights out.
Yeah. So he's got that arm weekend. It makes a ton of sense.
So the G1 finals.
Yes.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes, indeed.
Versus Yota Tsuji.
Yes.
I think I had this predicted on my bracket. I believe it was...
This was mine, too.
Yeah, I think a lot of us had this, which, again, that's good. That means it's good booking.
Right.
Zack Sabre Jr. wins the G1.
Yep. As God intended.
Man, when he won, I got real pumped.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I just got, real excited about it.
Yeah.
I love Zack Sabre Jr., no matter what Ed thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yota Tsuji, he more than held his own in this.
For sure.
Match I thought was fucking great.
Yeah, match is great. Absolutely great.
Zach is the guy for New Japan at this point.
Yeah, he's that dude.
He has to be.
And aside from his ability in the ring and I think he's that great. He's also come out publicly and he's like, when I retire, I'm not even going to leave Japan.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to live here. He's like, I love it here.
Yeah, he wants
this is where I want to be.
A vegan restaurant.
You're right. He doesn't want to leave for any other promotion.
Nope.
He doesn't want to leave the country. He obviously goes to the UK and stuff, but he's like, I want to live here. I want to wrestle here. This is what I want out of my life. So I'm never going to leave. And that's not a good enough reason to make that guy the top of your company, because anybody can say that, and if they suck, it doesn't matter. But God, he's a good fucking wrestler. He's so a great fucking wrestler.
He is one of the best.
And this could have went either way. I think there's always that chance that Gato does put enough faith and power behind one of these Reiwa Musketeers,
and then you realize, nah,
not right now.
Nope.
Maybe. Soon,
maybe next year,
right? Maybe even before the G1 rolls around, maybe there'll be some swaps around. Who knows? Anything can happen. He has to eventually. I think
World Wrestling
Federation. You got to figure something out with one of these fucking dudes.
Yeah.
And Tsuji seems to be that guy, especially because Shooter coming back off of that injury. But it is Zach's time. He wrestles like he's making up moves on the spot, which is fascinating to me.
That final submission hold he had on Tsuji, he was just twisted up like a fucking pretzel.
He's just grabbing limbs and bending them.
I know, like you said, you're like, I think he's just making shit up as he goes. Making it up. But it works.
Right.
It fucking works, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I love Zack Sabre Jr. I really do.
It's the right call. It's what I wanted to see.
So excited that he won this G1.
Yes.
He gets on the mic afterwards, gets the trophy presented to him and everything like that. Addresses the crowd in Japanese, which again, hey, He speaks Japanese, very impressed.
Yeah.
And he says, why am I going to wait around to Wrestle Kingdom for challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight title?
Correct.
Why don't we do it right here, Ryogoku?
Yes.
King of Pro Wrestling, calling my shot. Me versus Naito.
There it is.
Which is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
We in the chat were just like, wow, they want this belt off Naito now. Mm-hmm. I would have just said, Naito, Naito, get out here right now. I'm cashing in right now. Fuck it. I'm going to pin you in 2 seconds. Here, thanks for the belt. See ya.
Right.
That's showing, like, they know Naito's cooked. I think Naito knows Naito's cooked.
Yes.
And they can't have a dud main event at Wrestle Kingdom. You just can't have it.
I think there's a question you should have played before we answered that.
Is there? I was gonna whatever. I got on a roll. What do you want me to do?
Right,
You're gonna stop me.
All right. Well, let me play the theme music at least.
And now, the Tom Taylor question of the week.
Oh, Jesus. The Tom Taylor. Oh, Tim. What, Tim? You gotta bend this fence, dude. You gotta do something, brother. Question of the week. Hey, boys. I feel bad now. I'm sure this topic was going to come up organically. It did. But suckers gots to know. It's a question about tradition versus modern thinking. How do you guys feel about ZSJ hitting fast forward on his title match he earned from winning the G1? Well, Tim, if you want to rewind about 45 seconds, you'll get my thoughts. No, they have to do it.
So
New Japan is in a pickle with this heavyweight title.
Right.
The Moxley match at Forbidden Door with Naito was a fucking dud.
Right.
And it wasn't Moxley's fault.
They had said on Final Wrestling Place, talking about it briefly, and thank you for the shout out and directing people here, boys. I do appreciate it. That's sort of been tradition from the start, and it hasn't been.
No, it hasn't.
I think it's 10 years on or so.
It's like the unwritten rule.
Right. It was like 2014 when it sort of started becoming like a regular thing, somewhere around there. But you're dead on balls accurate. And Zach's dead on balls accurate. I think the time after the G1 to Wrestle Kingdom is boring.
Yeah, because it's World Tag League for a month and nobody gives a fuck
Right, nobody gives
that.
a fuck about Tag League, especially because like the rest of the world, they're not focusing on tag wrestling. So they're all like thrown together tag teams. So, back in the day, you'd get some of those, but there was but like you look at old tag leagues and you're looking at the Road Warriors,
crazy lineups, Steiners,
right? If you go back far enough, you're looking at a lot of crazy teams,
Chono and Muto,
right? And so, I think it's a smart move. I mean, New Japan could certainly swerve us all and have Naito retain.
No. Nope.
I don't think it's going to happen.
But
I would not be shocked.
Fucking do that. If you do that, there are going to be a lot of people that say, you know what? I'm done.
Right.
I may be one of them, to be honest. You can't do that.
I think the Naito's run in the G1 was really sad.
It sucked.
And
he had a good match.
Right. And I think
that fucking Jake Lee match was a catastrophe.
We used to talk about Naito all the time, saying that he was going to retire. He didn't want to wrestle past 40.
Nope.
And the pandemic, he got the title run in the pandemic, and then he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll hang on. And this is sort of his like, all right, you get a real title run. And it's just that he should have left at 40. He knew it. He knew it. He was saying that because he knew what was going on.
He knew.
And I understand the need to hang on. And, particularly losing Okada, you get arguably Okada's greatest rival still there. You want to keep him around. But he knew the time has come. You got to put it on Sabre here. And then if they feel that they want to move on to a Musketeer at Wrestle Kingdom, that's an option. I don't like it as an option.
I don't think you can. You can't give Sabre that little of a title run.
I don't know. I just don't see
we
talk about it all the time. I talked about it here with Sonata's run. Like we talked about, like that sort of New Japan, you get the belt at Wrestle Kingdom and you hold it till the next Wrestle Kingdom. It's like, all right, well, whatever. Or you know.
Sonata had the belt for a while.
Yeah,
though,
he did.
You know?
But like I wouldn't mind them breaking some of those cycles up. I want Sabre to have a long-term thing. I don't trust Gato. You know?
No, his booking is so fucking erratic.
But I think, like you said, I think this signals that Sabre's going to win.
Yeah.
And then he's going to take it back to the Rev Pro show or whatever it is, or the New Japan show in the UK.
Royal Quest, yeah.
And walk in there to a giant fucking reaction.
It's going to be sold out.
Right.
And it's going to be insane.
I think it's the right call. I think he's the second ever non-Japanese wrestler to win the G1.
In this G1 format, because technically there was the IWGP tournaments,
Yeah.
which Hogan and Andre won.
Okay, so he's third then. No, fourth, right?
So the lineage is very
right.
blurred.
It's all over the place.
In the current format, he's the second.
Yeah. But I think this is the guy that is loved. This is a guy that's wrestling at the top of his game right now.
Look at him after this match when he goes in the crowd with that trophy. That
absolutely.
crowd's going ballistic for him.
He is also making a name for himself at inroads in the U.S. with his matches with Orange Cassidy and Danielson.
Yeah.
So I think you get a little bit more of an outreach there. But more importantly, on top of all of that is if Gato looks at Naito and thinks that this is a viable champion, he's fucking insane.
Yeah, they know,
And it's sad. I love Naito. It's sad. But them knees don't knee anymore.
No, he's got Matt Hardy knees.
They ain't kneeing, man.
No, and that's what I said to Ed. I was like, you really want to see Sabre and Naito at the Dome?
Right.
And Sabre just trying to put holds on Naito's knees and they ain't bending.
Right.
You gotta.
would-
It's crazy that
Yeah.
they're doing it, but like the writing's been on the wall.
I would hope in this match that Naito can deliver as much as Naito can, because we had concerns about him in last year's G1 and he delivered on a lot of things. Throughout.
It's look at his last two opponents.
Yeah, right.
Will Ospreay, Okada.
Right, but he hung. I don't think this Naito can hang in with those guys now if he needed to.
Ospreay did a great job walking him through
Absolutely.
after he knocked him silly.
So hopefully we can get that Naito in this one. And he doesn't have to go away. I think he's perfectly fine being hidden in six-mans with some other LIJ members or whatever.
If he wants to go away, though, I'm not mad.
No, me either.
He can go away.
Hell of a career. I think there's a great benefit in someone like Yoda, or they're sort of teasing Hiromu maybe, to beat him and put him out to pasture and become the new leader of LIJ or a new faction or whatever. That I don't know.
Yeah.
But Japan has a long history of people hanging on too long.
Yes.
And this is, my favorite wrestler wrestled probably well beyond he should have.
My favorite wrestler wrestled
Right.
well beyond what he should have.
New Japan got into a situation that they were not rescued out of until the creation of Tanahashi because Chono held on for too long.
Yep.
In some instances, like Tenzan was holding on too long.
Yeah.
And so they have a tradition of that, and it's unfortunate, and I hope that doesn't happen to Naito because it can and does in a lot of cases hurt legacies, and Naito's better than that. And I think it's just time to go, and I know that that's tough. It's hard to do, right? But it's time to go.
Yeah.
time to go.
The Moxley match proved it.
Yeah.
And then when people were saying, oh, maybe it was Moxley's fault, but then you see Naito in the G1 and you go, oh no, that was Naito.
And
He's
think,
shot.
we said the tag league coming up and nobody pays attention to that, rightfully so. So either way, you're going to have a month without the champion in New Japan because nobody shows up for the tag matches.
Yeah.
So get Sabre that match and let him go wrestle within the UK for a little bit. Maybe he floats around.
Pop over to AEW for something, who knows?
But it's time.
It's time. Sabre is going to win this belt.
Yeah.
Sabre deserves a run with it.
Yes.
And then the question gets raised, well, what do you do at Wrestle Kingdom? You could run back him Suji. Mm-hmm. You could have him Yuya Uemura.
Who beat him in the G1?
I don't know.
I'll have to look.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't have my stuff in front of me.
I think there were a couple of people that beat him. I just don't remember.
So any of one of those people, in New Japan tradition, he wasn't champion when he entered.
Yeah.
But typically in the G1, if you beat a champion, you get a shot at their title.
Yeah.
When he becomes champion any of the because he only lost like 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
Either of those people can conceivably say, I beat you in the G1, I'll beat you for this title.
Yeah.
And they could have a title shot. I don't know if there's anybody good enough to build to Wrestle Kingdom for that. But
and then you have the caveat of that show the next day after Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
With AEW and CMLL.
right.
Could you have him wrestle somebody there?
Yeah.
Mr. I'm not going to work full time anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Bryan Danielson, can you have him say, I got one more in me.
I'll give you your win back, or give you my win back.
We're 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it at the Dome.
Yeah, right.
Could you do that on that show?
Yeah.
Because Danielson says he's not retiring.
Are they both at that next night's at the Dome too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Do Sabre Danielson
Dragon
at the Dome?
main event in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be 3 months after Wrestle Dream? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Danielson, if I'm Tony Khan, just do whatever the fuck you want. You're Bryan Danielson. You never said I'm retiring.
Right.
Just said I'm not going to be full time anymore.
Yeah.
You can do a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
New Japan, it's kind of wild that they're actually pulling the trigger.
It's going to be evil, isn't it?
Fuck off. I won't. I can't stand for it. I won't stand for it. I'll sit for it. I'll sleep through it. I ain't watching that shit. Fuck that. That's the worst shit in wrestling is fucking House of Torture.
While Tsuji is an up-and-coming guy and a guy they clearly love, if he gets healthy, you could ramp Shooter up to be versus Sabre.
Shooter's got to get away from this ELP shit going on. It sucks.
What's he doing with ELP?
With House of Torture?
Oh, yeah.
Get
Shooter's
away.
in that, too.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's the ticket, brother.
All right.
Here we go. All right.
That's the ticket.
I'm fucking cooking over here.
All right.
Who is the MVP of the G1?
Takeshita.
You think Zack Sabre Jr. versus Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom or the night after would be must see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does New Japan put a non-signed guy in the main event of their WrestleMania?
Why not? Do it on the second night.
Yeah, you could do it on the second night, but he's still going to have an opponent on Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, no, he could, but do it the second night.
I mean, the only thing about that is that I would, if gun to my head, I would strap up Takeshita then. So I know they don't do that, but like Takeshita's the fucking dude. So
yeah,
it's nice of AEW to mention him this week too, right? In any capacity whatsoever.
So you brought up earlier in the show that's Maple Leaf Pro or whatever.
Yes.
Scott D'Amore, in his tweet about Takeshita on the show,
Uh-huh.
did more to put over Takeshita's G1 run than AEW did the whole time. Yeah. And that's fucking pathetic. Yeah. Shit like that needs to get cleaned
I want to
up.
know why, because the less they talk about him, the more I think they're mad at him for something. And I keep going back to that article where he was like, I'm not having a good time because I'm not winning. And he came out, he's like, that's not what I tried to say. He's like, what I meant to say is that, like, this is harder than I thought it would be and whatever. But I'm worried that, like, Tony Khan might think that, like, Takeshita talked a little bit out of school. So he's like, well, you're not having a good time? I'll show you what not a good time is. And I don't know that Tony Khan's that way, but maybe he is.
Fuck that, man. Oh, it still makes me so mad.
It's incomprehensible to me as to why Takeshita is not being used more. The only thing I can think of is that he wins this gauntlet, and they're keeping quiet about him to make his return bigger. But
yeah, so then you're going to run Swerve Takeshita, which would be... Or Danielson Takeshita, because Danielson wins the belt. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd fucking take either of those immediately.
Right.
You kidding me, brah?
Right. And who can... You do that on the road to Wrestle Dream, right? And you have Takeshita, who wrestles really good. Maybe he softens up that neck a little bit and makes Dragon a little more vulnerable to the loss at Wrestle Dream.
It's true. Who knows? But listen, G1 this year, I thought they did the format right with 20 people.
Absolutely.
They did the time limits right on 20 minutes each match.
Yes.
I thought, again, there was a lot more good than there was bad. The bad was very bad.
They did better than I thought they would with the recent pillaging of their roster.
I agree with that.
I think in the past, and last year there was 90 million fucking people in it.
Way too many.
So there was too many, but there was also so many more options to have bangers. Like the combinations were just the math was ahead of them than this year.
Yeah.
So I think more good than bad. but the bad was real bad.
Bad was real bad.
Better than I thought, but not better
A lot
than
of
I.
solid stuff. More than middle of the road, like
Right.
a little bit better than middle of the road.
Right.
You had like probably 4 to 5 who really like exploded out of this tournament matches.
But I think not as many things elevated to like holy shit than we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But it's understandable with the way the roster's been beat up, and it's a much younger G1 than usual and all that sort of stuff. But it's still more good than bad. House of Torture's got to fucking go.
Yeah.
Really just got to go.
So I think we both agree the MVP of the tournament is Takeshita.
100%.
And it's not close.
Not even close.
It's just not, man.
Not even close. Like, second up is Sabre, and I love that man.
Yeah.
Takeshita is the clear MVP.
Yeah.
Clear.
Do you have like a favorite match or top 3 from the tournament that you can name off?
My favorite match is still ELP Takeshita.
Uh-huh.
My second favorite match is what was Gabe Kichingo? Was that the banger?
Yeah.
Yep. And then third would be, even though I was like not super high on it when we talked about it, it's still really great, was Godo, the 15-minute.
Yeah, go to Takeshita.
Go to Takeshita, yeah.
So mine, I'm going to go to Takeshita, my number 1.
Yeah.
My number 2 was the finals, Sabre and
I didn't even count the finals in there.
Oh, okay.
I like the finals more than that. That's the finals is probably my
finals is
probably number 2 for me then.
Maybe my finals might be number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, finals is probably my number 1.
Yeah.
Goto Takeshita is my number 2. And Takeshita EOP is my number 3.
It was so good, yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, did you have your favorite match from the States and your favorite match from Japan?
I do. I even put it in my notes this time so we didn't forget. And
it's literally right at the top of my notes, and I still forget sometimes.
I think the best match in Japan this week was the finals.
That's what mine is, yeah.
But god damn it, Mayu Iwatani versus Azumi needs to be fucking talked about.
Fucking rocked, dude.
It's that fucking good.
Yeah,
I think sort of that obvious pick is the G1 finals, but go out of your way. Watch Mayu versus Azumi.
I agree.
It's worth the fucking mention.
Absolutely.
It just is. And the United States match, while I had a ton of fun with a lot of things, Okada Claudio.
Same.
Fucking crushed it,
We're
man.
the same.
Just absolutely crushed. All right, we'll see what happens here. And it's like, no, we got why these guys are as good as they are.
Yep.
And like I was like,
it was a stark reminder of
hey. And watching that match, I'm like, oh man, like I think if either of these guys were in a different place, this isn't a free TV match. This is a pay-per-view match. Yeah. And I'm like, but what are we going to get here? Because it is on TV, and we got a really fucking good match.
It was awesome. Yeah.
So
I agree 1,000% with both.
That's the way.
Did you buy anything?
I did, but you can't fucking hear about it, so.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Yeah, well.
You dick.
You shouldn't have had a birthday.
Oh, my birthday is coming up. Did I buy anything? No. Nope. I was going to buy the Nabuhiko Takada Vader shirt.
No, it's a cool shirt.
But I was like.
I did buy the Bad Mother Funker shirt.
I completely forgot about that.
About that one.
Is that already down?
I don't know. But I when we had talked about it, you were not convinced because of the price, because it ends up being almost $50 at the end of the day. So I was like,
that was my cutoff.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm going to do it because it's the Funker.
It's a great shirt.
Yeah, but I remember when we talked, because we were in order together.
That's right. Yeah,
it was like $40 plus like $6 or $7 shipping. And so
I was like,
yeah,
because I also I bought a bunch of like non-wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Bought an AFI hoodie. Bought a Sam Hain shirt. Because from Death Toll.
What one did you get?
The Initium.
The Initium. I used to have that one. Doug gave it to me.
I've had that shirt probably 3 times over the course of my life.
The one that Doug gave me didn't have the back print.
So it's funny. I have the back print on just a front print shirt.
That's funny. Yeah.
Which I kind of like that one more. Yeah. But. Also, it's like very old and falling apart at this point. But it's Sam Hain, and I love Sam Hain.
I might have that shirt that they gave me in the closet, but I think it started to get holes in it. I was like, well, I can't wear this anymore, but I'm not going to get rid of it.
No, sometimes you just got to hold on to certain things. Yeah. I need to get rid of a lot though.
Me too.
I think that's all I bought. I did buy. I bought a God's Hate shirt.
Nice.
Not the one that you looked at though, but you should buy that one.
Yeah, mate.
It's wrestling related. You should do it.
It's true.
Was that?
Is it?
Is that it?
Is
yeah, I mean, listen, All In is this Sunday.
It is.
11 a.m. pre-show start time.
2-hour pre-show.
Yeah, which there's going to be shit on it, so we're going to watch it.
At least one thing. I'm sure they're going to add more.
Probably add more, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So we'll be here bright and early.
What are they going to add, though?
You could, who knows?
Because they would have, never mind.
Yeah.
The microphone shuts off. We'll talk about that one.
Go watch Collision.
Yes, don't skip Collision this week.
No, watch Collision. If it's as good as the director's cut on TV, you're going to enjoy it a lot.
Don't skip Collision this week.
Joe's supposed to officially loves 2 Cardiffs now in his life.
Yeah.
The city of Cardiff and the potato
I'll tell you what, this Cardiff was also very electric.
They lived up to the name. Yeah. So, that's going to be fun. Can't wait to see all the homies.
Yes.
Again, if you want breakfast sandwiches, please hit my line.
Yeah.
If you don't, then whatever. Is that it? Yeah.
That's it. Well, we got nothing else to talk about.
No, man. I think
that is it. Done over with.
Yeah.
You can skip Rampage this week.
Yeah. Well,
don't skip Collision.
Watch the Outrunners match.
I
think Erica's with them.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com. On all social media at We Need Wrestling. You can email the show if you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever. Questions we'll happily read and answer on the air, even if Brett does answer it before he asks it.
Dude,
you can email the show.
I've been holding on to this since fucking Sunday, man. I need to get it out.
It's not Tim's best effort.
Jesus Christ.
You can email the show at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com.
He might drive his car into your house on Sunday. That might just happen.
That's fine. I'll get it on camera. It'll be good.
Marcus will jump out. I had nothing to do with it.
We're a proud member of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on social media, soontobenamednetwork.tumblr.com. Check out all the other shows, At Odds with Wrestling, Final Wrestling Place with the boys, At Odds with Wrestling, Long Box Heroes After Dark, our other show, Wings on Wings, which is in the wind down.
Yeah, coming
and we
to the
did
end.
do, speaking of Cardiff Electric, we did do the Who Are These Podcasts Hot Sauce this week, which dropped Tuesday, I believe.
Joe said he's waiting for you to drop the graphic because he has a tweet constructed up.
Okay, Michelle does those, but I have not made the graphic yet, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. She likes to space them out a little bit, but and then so it's gonna be funny because the people who do Who Are These Podcasts are gonna see this, listen to our podcast, and then make fun of our podcast. But that's fine because we only got like 6 episodes left, so 5 episodes left now, I guess. But did I mention everything? I mentioned everything. Let's get that out of here.
Hayabusa Speed.
Hayabusa Speed.
Go listen to
to that.
To Spotify.
Yep, Spotify exclusive. He's got that $300 million contract from Spotify only.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode to find out if Dagathur gets his fentanyl or not.
Right.
Yeah, thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah,
I'm sorry the G1's over.
Yeah.
But my sleep schedule's back to a little bit normal.
Till next year.
And, not even next year, man.
That's true.
Fucking Wrestle Kingdom. I'm going to be up both nights, all night. Again, thank you. Please stick around and listen to the end of the show.
Yeah, pass the bumper.
Yeah. Bye.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Just like my wife liked it. You ask her and she'll say, Japan #1.